Hello! So long, Bowser. Thank you so much for playing my game.
What a guy gotta do to get a DSC underscore 1439 around here. Oh.
What up, gamers? What's up? No hat. He's bald. He's got no hair. Flashbang. Etc. Etc. What's going on? I didn't want to get up, dude. I didn't want to get up and get the hat. All right? If I'm being honest, I was just like, I need to get the hat. Yes, the desk is gone. We've got truly nothing back there now. We do have a dog. I moved the desk. The desk could be back. Dr. Feer wanted the desk, so I moved it for her. She might be like, you know what? Never mind. I don't know if I want this, and it might come back or something like that. But yeah, just straight up nothing back there. Probably should get something back there. Probably should. Back in his name with the 54 months. Thunderbats the 14. Goalie Sam with a gifted. And Trevbot with the 31 months prime. Chat, do you guys follow the Reddit r/fears? Because you really don't need to. You really don't. Not much happens on there. OK Piglet, we're not sure which chatter that is. Just basically puts copy pastas in there. Except Goalie San. 2-week ban, but I'm still DSC 1439. And has this picture of presumably a Gildan black tee with a printed DSC underscore 1439 on it. Which he says is a ban appeal, but I think someone already took him back. It sounds like he already got brought back by the mom, and he gifted a sub today. You didn't even realize? Why does that DSC look off-center? It's a stylistic choice. And it could be because of, you know, the fold. It does look like a shirt that's, like, been worn a ton. Why does it have so many wrinkles? This is not a brand new shirt. He's wearing this all the time. He only just now decided to show it to us. Also, chat, are all my viewers, like, insanely cool with sleeve tats and just clearly chill as hell? Is that all you guys? Type 1 if you're chill as hell, dude. I didn't realize. I did not realize, dude. If only I had realized that my whole chat was chill as hell. Okay, I got these guys in the lobby. What do you guys say we start? What do you guys say we delay no longer? Does anyone care what color they get? Let's see if they care. I still feel a bit under the weather, trying to recover. So I don't know if we're gonna do a ton of matches today or like a super long string or anything, but we've got a debuter and a repeater. Rada says he does care. What does he want? Which color? He wants blue. Okay, I have him on blue. All right, ready? Best of 5. Rada versus Kirox. How old did Kirox say he was? Let me give you guys, I wonder if I'll put the screenshot on it. When he talked to me 3 years ago, almost to the day. Okay, I'll talk about it once we get going. There we go! It's Rada and Kirox. A debut match for Kirox. Rada we're actually having back on. I think we only had him on one time. But a very exciting 1v1er from the Middle East who was pogoing left and right when he played against Red Mob last time around. He did lose to Red Mob in 5. Now, a loss to Red Mob in 5 is looking like quite the good result based on the way that Red Mob had been playing recently and into the RLCS. I believe this Rada match happened not too long before the RLCS 1v1 ended up starting. So Rada, a very high-level player. Kurox, a fun story that I wanted to tell you about with Kurox, who has made his way into the top 40 or so in 1v1, has been getting some good wins in ranked against top players, and said he was ready to play a bit of 1v1 on stream. Kurox messaged me 3 years ago. 3 years ago, he said, I'm leaking DMs, sorry for him if he didn't want his 13-year-old messages leaked. But he said, yo, Feer. Brutal miss, by the way. As I was clearing my throat. Someday I have to play 1v1 against a pro. He says, I'm 13 years old and I'm peak 2100 as Rada gets a reset to score. I responded to him, as I do many players, saying, oh, the best way to get into a 1v1 show match is to get high rated in ones. So that's what I said to him. I said, get highly rated in ones. He said he was peak SSL in 1v1 at the time. Isn't quite show match level. You gotta kind of creep towards top 100, I would say, before you can play against the players that frequently play on this stream and put up a good fight. Anyways, just, about exactly 3 years later, he said, hey, he must be 16 now. Says, I've gotten top 100. I've gotten 1,500 in 1v1s. I think I'm ready for that 1v1 show match I talked about once upon a time. And I said, wow, yeah, I think you are. That sounds right. So we've got Kurox in, and he's ready to show off what he was wanting to do 3 years ago. Dude has been locked in the Rocket League world. And today's going to be playing against Rada. Rada, who is 0-1 on the stream, but a really strong performance and a really high rating. I think these guys are actually similarly rated right now in the 50-ish range in 1v1 on the leaderboard. Rada, nice wave dash shot. Cut off to the left. We'll see if Kurox gives us anything we haven't seen before in the one space. We've seen a few players who have really sparked some excitement because of what they've been able to do. Warden, I think, pulling a couple eyes towards him. From now on, I think I'm going to put Warden's name in the actual thumbnails for any YouTube people watching who have just seen a blurred out name from Warden. I think I'm done with that. I think I've milked it 3 times in a row, and now he can just have his own name. Rada really trying to force the issue with a pogo. Kurox did not get the best read off the side wall, and if he did, he would have his first goal of today's match. But instead, going to be forced to continue to play defense. He's got a very close camera when I switch to his POV. I mean, this is like so close, I'm almost like, is it bugged? This is definitely a unique camera angle for Kurox, just how close he plays, how low to the ground. Kurox, chance for a first goal, has a reset, top shelf. Very low scoring 1v1 here as we are over 3 minutes in, and it's 1-1. These guys playing a ton of midfield game as they feel each other out. Kurox scoring his first goal in a reset top shelf is not a bad way to get going in the show match scene. Rada, wave dash, jump. We saw a wave dash shot earlier. Ended up getting saved towards that bottom corner of the net. This time he doesn't make that play. More makes it seem like he might, and then cuts it back inside. That's a great cut in field, or in to that near post, I should say. Fizzy made, maybe the 20 million viewer raid. Appreciate that, gamer. Welcome to a nice Rocket League show match on a good Tuesday. Kurox, double flip reset, not quite enough to get around Rada, who was low speed and was right in the right spot to keep him out. I think this would be the lowest score line I've ever seen. We're not going to see the lowest score line ever because we're watching Kurox score an open net right now, but 2-1 I think is the lowest I've ever seen. But Kurox gifted a freebie here, getting a little turtle shot to equalize. Kurox seemed like he was maybe going for a wave dash kickoff the way he set it up. Early jump, and then waited out to use the flip until he got to the ball. But he did not go for a front flip, which would slam him down to the ground. He went for a diagonal flip, which I don't think you could really expect to become a wave dash. So I wonder if he was just doing a delayed flip. Not something you see very often. Good dunk from Kurox, though. And Kurox gonna make it 3-2. He's not interested in seeing what's at the end of that air dribble from Rada. Rada is lagging. Is Rada streaming? He has a hunt. Oh yeah, he's lagging pretty good. How did you know he was lagging? Kirox seems to recognize it as well. Yeah, Kirox says he's lagging. Do they want us to pause? I mean, I don't know. Rada's still moving around. Seems like he's maybe cured now. We could have paused here in game number 1. I'll tell Rada next time if he's lagging. If you are lagging, you can call for me to pause, Rada, in the future. So these guys don't have to dance around waiting for him to stop lagging. Kirox floating behind the ball, 50. Rada actually has a chance here to bring this back. He's going to get this goal, and he's going to have a kickoff. We might just be headed to an OT in a game where we took a few seconds off, letting Rada get back from his internet troubles. Kirox faking the kickoff. Should be able to get down to the ground. Rada won a dunk that might have led to a goal if there were more time on the clock, but there isn't. And so, game number 1, gonna go to the Spaniard. How old is Rada? I think Rada's a bit older. He's not like a Warden type player. Kirox, I'm guessing, is 16, based on the fact that 13 years ago he said he, or sorry, 3 years ago, he said he was 13. Around this exact time. So unless his birthday is like within this week or two, we can be pretty safe about him being 16. Did he say that on Twitch? No, he did not. But 13 is also the allowable age, right? It's you can't be 12 and under. I think the earliest you're allowed to make an account is 13. Game number 2. Rada and Kirox. Extremely low scoring game. I'm expecting that to switch up here in game number 2. Rada did play in RLCS ones, right? But then DQ'd out. Is that right? Am I remembering that correctly? He either DQ'd out 1 round or 2 rounds in the top 16. Is this ringing any bells to anybody, or am I making that up? I know Dark fully DQ'd out. Rada might have fell down to lowers via DQ. So Rada, I don't know if he had internet troubles the day of, had a conflict, but either way, we didn't get to find out just exactly where he stacks up with the rest of Mina. But we know his ones rank is solid. Kirox, though, gonna make it 2-0. Lost to FBI, gotcha. Yeah, well, everybody lost to FBI. Or I shouldn't say everybody, but obviously good players fell to FBI. So that is not a shameful loss by any means. Rada into his back corner as Kirox pre-jumping to ceiling heights. Back down to the ground. This time the flick pop goes past him, and it's going to be 2-1. You've been seeing Kirox's name a lot lately in high-level 2s lobbies. Yeah, I think Kirox has been grinding 2s for a long time because he was talking about his peak 2s rating to me many years ago. And that's honestly how a lot of players get started. Rada double reset. Look at this double reset. He gets a touch in between the first and second reset, right? Pretty sure that's what I remember seeing. Resets, touch, one more. Wave dash, bottom left. Clean. Kirox on Nupo stream yesterday, he was straight up peaking every game. I was just saying, who is this player? Well, that is honestly how tons of players get started. Rada's going to get another one. You know, the 1v1 show match scene is not a bad way if ones is a game mode you grind enough to like be able to compete in it. But another way is to just basically get wins against the top ranked players in twos. And you'll notice that. I mean, I don't think it matters if it's streamed or not, but you'll notice it more when players are streaming and you get a chance to actually see them get beats and lose some MMR to these new players. Rod able to pick up the back corner boost and not get demoed here. And he's actually going for this same reset start into... Oh, he thought about the pogo, but he bailed out of it. Saw no plan for it. Everyone was really excited. Oh, Rada, what is that challenge to the midfield, though? Gonna leave this net wide open. Everyone was excited to see Warden and the way he would pop the ball off with the reset. Slamming the ball into the sidewall to get it off while getting a reset at the same time. Rada did that from distance right then, and then almost followed it up. Yeah, maybe he lagged again, to be honest. I could believe it. His ping is currently green, but you never know what happened in that moment when he completely whiffed. Rada able to get the boost while demoing here and taking this to the back wall. Interesting. There might have been, you know, an opportunity to kind of force a quick angle shot and put Kurox in the back foot after respawning, but Rada instead wants to go full for the air dribble. Triple reset, because why not? What am I talking about? Free tap in a corner? No! Take it to your back wall and get 3 resets. Rada knows how to play the game. And he goes top shelf to make it 4-3. Rada's been watching his Diaz film, taking down notes every free possession. Okay, take it to the back wall, and then go the whole field. Kurox demo after a 50, and easy tap in to re-equalize. Rada reset wave dash. Again, we need to see Kurox probably challenge Rada a little bit earlier, because clearly Rada has decided faking this aerial shot into a wave dash catch is effective, and if Kurox keeps waiting on the goal line, he's gonna have a really tough time reading both that mix-up and the actual shots. I need to try and find a way to challenge him a bit earlier if possible. Kurox has a kickoff win. He's taking this into his back corner. Kurox into the air, resets. Oh, got a demo as well. Rada pretty much just sacrificed himself. Kurox was not trying to get a demo. He was mostly just trying to flick the ball forward. But Rada put himself in the line of fire and added insult to injury. Rada sees Kurox going to the ceiling. Good mix-up from Kurox. Oh, what a save. Actually, you got to touch on that. You know, I like to see that from Kurox, at least not defending on the ground. And talked about potentially having to challenge him high in the air early. At least he showed high. Convinced Rada to mix it up and not just have to defend against yet another reset into wave dash catch. Rada has an opening right now. Can Kurox get back? I don't think he will. Rada able to avoid him to take the lead. I'm not sure either one of these guys has gotten a multi-goal lead through any part of the series. We saw game 1 be, I think I actually ended 4-2 in game 1, but that felt like a result of lag. In every other moment of the game, these guys have been locked neck and neck. Kurox bump makes it 6-7. 2 in a row. Goes from being down to in the lead. Kurox in Feer, most toxic ones ranked player. I don't see into the world of, we're gonna have a 2-goal lead, by the way, another kickoff, wave dash kickoff. I'm very disconnected from the drama. You say we love drama, but I would say I'm just like completely disconnected from the drama. Rada needs this full feeder dribble now. Easily brings this ball back on target. Oh my goodness, did he almost get another reset off the 50? Thought for a second that was the plan. But Kurox bringing in some 1v1 essentials really to secure this game. And bring it to a 2-0 lead most likely. Just kickoffs and good counters. Do you think Fortnite Flick got sold out in Game 7? What do you guys think, chat? One's in chat if they did indeed get sold. The goal should have counted. They got cheated. 2 if... Nah, it made sense. You gotta take that goal back. Maybe chat doesn't even know what we're referring to because it happened a while ago now, but... Rada. What I would say is it's pretty consistent with how they had been calling them. Kurox technically should be just fine. Just about everybody disagrees and says that the right call was made in terms of bringing it back. It's so tough. It's just so tough. Rada Pogo actually went low with it. There's technically still a chance here. Kurox waiting on the goal line, allowing this to happen. What I'll say is I hate being admin. I've had to be an admin before. I had to make decisions. I can't remember what decision I made with Nas and Moxie. Or no, it was like Diaz and Moxie. It was some DC on the Madness tournaments. I forget exactly which 2 players. It might have been Nas Moxie. And Nas had like a disconnect on a kickoff that we might have kept or something. Or didn't keep. Moxie DC. I can't remember exactly what it was. My point is, it was close enough that like reasonable people could have gone either way. And I hated that I had to pick one or the other. That's why you just try and set up predetermined rules way beforehand and stick to them. And I bet that's what they did here in RLCS too. You know, if somebody clearly DC'd and was relevant in a play, it comes back no matter what. And, you know, he did. Game number 3. Rada and Kurox. Yeah, didn't Feer make the decision to remove trading? Yeah, it was a tough decision, but I did decide to remove trading. Rada wave dash bump. Has looked solid at times. Has had just segments of weakness that have allowed Kurox to take over in a couple games. Kurox pre-flipping back to net to bump Rada out. Top 100 grind starts now. Just Soup for my family. Is this you creating your origin story? Getting your message in early? So like Kurox, you can say, many years ago, I said I would get here. Moxie DC versus Shoddy. That's right. There was a DC in the Moxie Shoddy game. I don't remember feeling like my decision was tough there. Obviously, both sides were incredibly heated, but I do remember thinking that the decision was ultimately easy. But maybe I'm misremembering that. Oh, a nice pass to himself on the sidewall. Oh, you're talking about top 100 shatters. Gotcha. Kurox up into the air, convinced to go low by Rada. Will now reset in his own back corner. Doesn't seem to be as interested in full feed air dribbles off the back wall like Rada is, but does like his aerial game. Side flip pop. Was it too much? It was. Needs to get a little bit more crossbar to just send it down and keep it at least somewhere near the net. Instead, just bouncing straight back like it hit back wall. It did get a ping, but didn't really bounce much different than if it hit back wall. Ooh, Rada tried the pre-flip and just didn't cancel his flip perfectly. He did cancel it like just right in order to get that little angle he wanted and missed it slightly. Wall dashing his way down to stay in this play. He has no boost and no business being here, but he made something out of it. Able to steal 100 at both the back corner and midfield. Wasn't able to get his own 100 though to keep Kurox from being able to stay in the play. Kurox. Big clear. Rada is going to cut it right back in field and use resets early. Needs to be careful not to use too much boost just trying to get over the top of a midfield defender. Needs to save some left over in order to make the right outplay, although he's up 3-0. He's kept Kurox completely scoreless for over half a game now. And he's going to take a long shot as he sees Kurox defending from the side wall. Going up to the ceiling means that side of the net is available, and Rada tried to prove it, but he missed just barely wide. And instead, it's going to be Kurox getting a really nice bounce off the post because Rada missed just so perfectly. It allowed Kurox an instant counter. Air dribble from Kurox. Fell in front of the ball. Going to allow a free Rada goal. Chat, somebody typed a first-time message and nobody else in chat copied it, which is not what we give out in the employee handbook to the Feer Corporation members. Rule 14.39. Make the newcomer feel welcome by typing their first-time chat back to them. Rada, long shot, just barely saved. Oh, actually is going to work out. I was going to say Kurox might just get dunked in anyways, but no, he's actually going to get a counter. Wow. Big swing that actually keeps this game possible here for Kurox, when if that had gone in, 5-1 with a minute just about over. Rada resets. Gets it quickly, uses it. He's had full control of this game 3, considering he lets the game slip away for minutes at a time, it felt like, in the last 2. He has just dictated everything that's happened here in game number 3. Rada has no interest in slowing down. Has fixed the kickoff, has gotten lots of kickoff first possessions, and is using them to extend his lead even more. Rada fakes the arrow shot, instead wave dashes down, and then powers a shot in, and Kurox has had enough. He wants to go next. Will oblige. Oh, I paused there for a second. Game number 3. Gonna go to Rada as he stays alive in this best of 5. Sorry, doing some sinus clearing in between games there. Game number 4. Rada and Kirox. Rada has the resets and actually adjusted the angle to push it back towards that near post of Kirox. Almost put him out of position. Kirox really shouldn't have gone for that follow-up touch. Could have just let the ball, I think, roll back to his own half. Might have been better. Instead, he just soft touches it to Rada and allows him a possession to go back the other way. Kirox, wave dash, delayed flip. I was going to say, if he actually uses the flip, he can't score because he'll probably overshoot it. So I wasn't sure if he's going to try and fake it or what, but ultimately decided to use the flip. See if he can maintain possession. That's not what happens. Rada back the other way. He's just going to get another touch. He doesn't need much more. We've seen the ceiling challenges from Kirox. This is a good adjustment from Rada. Really heavy first touch. Kirox even jumped the ceiling to try and get there faster, but all it took was one more to punish him. It does seem like black painted grass boost is making a bit of a comeback. I'm seeing it more and more. Again, I'm not very surprised that it's making a comeback, especially if you didn't like the sound of it. You can just switch it to standard on your own, POV. And it just seems like a competitive advantage. It's just so hard to see when the opponent is boosting. Like, we'll watch on Kirox POV. And, just watch to see when is Rada boosting versus when is he not. And see if you can get a good read. Kirox, no reset. Absolutely scammed. But it's going to still go in as it finds its way bouncing into the net. Good enough fake. I was going to say, Rada looked like he didn't boost here because he didn't. I maybe should have. But we'll watch it again. You can still see slightly, but look at him in the air right now. If you're Kirox defending, is he boosting? Is he not? You can tell right at the last second, but look at this goal. It's less about the black painted grass boost and more about the double reset bump. This air dribble bump. Maybe the only kind of bump that people would say is not cringe. We got pay to win boost before GTA 6. Rada makes it 4-1. He is just running it back here in style. Kirox reset dunked. It's what was even happening in the first couple games? Because the last few minutes, I've just felt like Rada has such clear control of the game. It's hard to imagine how Kirox was having so much success before. A lot of it came from kickoffs in order to extend leads, but even then, he was playing a solid ones game for the first few minutes. It was just the kickoffs and some quick counters that helped him extend it. Honestly, a lot of it had to do with Rada just being cleaner on offense, not giving free opportunities for Kirox to go the other way. He did get scammed with ping, that's true, in game number 1. Rada hit the brakes, let Kirox go past, and now into the air. The aerial control for Rada is what makes him so special. His ability to get anything he wants out of these air dribbles is ridiculous. This is why people want to tune in to a Rada show match. Again, get as many resets as you like. It's 3 resets and a bump, and the ball goes in without hitting the ground. That pretty sure started on his back corner, not back wall. But still, Rada, you could not ask for a more exciting way to play 1v1. Reminds us, is this the Middle Eastern Diaz? He goes for pogos too as well, whereas Diaz won't. But the way Rada plays, he doesn't get the dribbles quite like his Kirox getting his second goal. He doesn't get it quite like Diaz does. Diaz is super clinical and less flashy, I would say, in his setups. They're just uber efficient, maintain all his boost, takes it the whole field, breaks you down, gets his bucket, calls it a day. Rada, though, is doing it like you get an extra point if it's flashy. And I think that's what makes everybody so interested in watching him. Kurox, again, another kickoff win and a reset shot to keep this one a little bit interesting here. Rada needs to chill, my girl watching. Is this Mina Prodigy the new and more mechanical Diaz? Should I just have chat vote on the YouTube titles for every show match? Whatever chat elects by the end of the show match, we use. I think chat would be a little bit overly clickbaity, and it would get old after a while. It would maybe work for a bit, but it's like how I have to stop blurring Warden's name. He has to just be Warden now. Kurox, by the way, got absolutely cooked for 3 straight minutes and is now very much in this game and could win the series if he could bring this back. I've actually never used Rada's name either. I think the first time I did Rada, he was also blurred out. Unfortunately, blurred out Medish is so good. Like, it just instantly makes the video get more views. But I've used it up. It's like a tool that has run out of gas. I had to let it recharge for a bit. Kurox gonna get another kickoff goal. A minute 25. 2-goal lead. Needs to finish it out if he wants to try and get a game 5. He's had these real interesting zap dashes that don't feel like they're going that fast. Kurox, nice save. Demo? Counter? Within 1. Surely, right? I mean, I don't think Rada picked the right spawn, but I don't think it mattered. If there was a place to spawn, it was that right side. That doesn't matter. Because really both spawns are just so far away from the net. I remember misremembering that, thinking the close one was like actually close. It really isn't. It's just like inches closer than the far one. Kurox demo. This time Rada, ooh, does like to respawn near boost. Actually, no, he turned in. Wait, Rada, I think he did. I think he spawned as close as he could. If we go back and watch, yeah, I think he picked close spawn and then defended. But Kurox got the shot quick enough. We're 7-7. This game was Rada domination. Kurox decided to lock in. Rada needs to be careful. At least not hand any freebies over. He misses here. Is it a freebie? Not quite. I think he does get back to slow it down. I mean, I said it wasn't a freebie, but it was pretty close to it. Rada, it comes down to the offense, really. I mean, maybe he can get a better 50 here of some kind, but it comes down to the fact that he just missed the shot by such a clear margin and did not allow him to get anything going. Rada gets a demo. Will he go back wall? What does he want to do when he has space? He's actually playing a little bit of ground game. Looks like he's going to cut it infield and go low. Something we haven't really seen him do much. He's got this ball right on the goal line. He was hoping to maybe get a backflip flick to try and throw Kurox off. He tried to bump him there, and he does manage to get the save. 14 seconds left to go. 100 boost. Going to take to the air, surely. Kurox low. If he goes wide to get 100, he's going to be recovering slightly late. Rada takes advantage. Kurox had a decision. Try and defend in the right position on low boost, or take the trip to the side 100 and try and attack, angled at it from the side. It makes it very easy for a guy as good at aerial control as Rada to beat him. A little bit worse aerial control, and Kurox can get away with that, but Rada gets to see the telegraph challenge from a mile away and get to flip around it. Rada actually passed this on top of Kurox, so now it's still in the air, but he's going to fake it, let it go to the ground. Kurox going to get the midfield 100. Rada decides he does not have time to steal Kurox's 100. Heads back to his own quarter. Air dribble cringe for the series, and he gets it. Kurox will win 3-1. It's GG's. He brings it all the way back. Huge run to end this game. And the ADC secures yet another series of 1 versus 1. GG's. Kurox wins in his debut. Rada, another exciting 1v1. The kind of loss in a 1v1 that gets you invited back, man. I'm down to see more Rada games. I think chat probably is as well. You don't necessarily have to win. There's another player that's been wanting to play on stream for a while. Doesn't seem like they're around today, though. Let me see if we can farm a quick second match. I do have a fun other segment for us to run at some point, but I have been feeling not so good. I'd rather run it when I'm tip-top shape, you know? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Who be gaming? A lot of scrimmers out there in the world, you know? Can we see more Nugget gameplay? Is Nugget still in Sam? Look at chat. I can play Kirox. Yo! Atto! Let me see if Kirox is down. I only have Kirox on Epic. Does he have a Steam? Yo, do you want to play Atto? I'll put a couple extra W's in it. He's at menu principal. All right, let's rip it. Let's rip it. What a G. Atto's the goat. The goat. Looking good, bald. Thank you, chat. You're certainly not just saying that. Atto's not even in game. We'll invite him. He says, let me teach the young gun a lesson. Where a table? I put it in the dungeon with the hostages. I decided to let them have a table. I decided to let the hostages have a table. Okay, I was feeling generous. Atto Rico. Keep Kirox on orange, you know? He won on orange. Therefore, he clearly has orange aura. AKA orange aura. Chat, what if we watch like an ad before we start? Sound like a W? So that we don't have to watch ads in between games? Sounds like a W to me. I say we watch an ad. And then we can do a little "you good?" question mark in the chat. One of those situations where your ears pop, you know what I'm saying? Atto, after that, no more drama. The best win. Good luck, aura, good luck. Drama? Can I get a drama in chat? Is Kirox actually toxic after all?
8 times greater than.
All right, 10 seconds. Dire the money, thank you for the 2 months, tier 1. Hate ads? I was literally blowing my nose for the entire 1 minute, 30 seconds you were gone. Type 1 if it was worth it to sub so that you could watch me blow my nose. Muted, by the way. Couldn't even hear it. Instead of watching an ad. There we go. It's Atto Rico versus Kirox, our new debuting player today. Atto saw Kirox get the double U, and he said no. No. I won't have any of that. Let me in against him. Kirox down to go again. A 13-year-old player. There's a good chance that a few people might not click, pick to click on the Kirox versus Rada match when it shows up on YouTube, but they'll pick this one to see Atto. So let me give you the introduction again here for Kirox. 13 years old. 3 years ago, he messaged me, said, hey, I want to get a 1v1 against pros. I told him what I tell lots of different people who ask that they, if they can get 1v1s against pros. I say, try and get to that top 100. Push into the top 100. It's a good way to show that you're ready to play the pros on a show match like this. And he did exactly that. 3 years later, he said, hey, Feer, I'm top 100. I'm 1500. I think I'm ready for that match I mentioned 3 years ago. And I said, you're right. Let's put you in. So he's probably around 16 now. It was 3 years ago he sent the first message. And he's now around 50 on the leaderboard in the top 100. Got a nice win against Rada. We'll see if he can get an even better win against Atto. Atto's not going to be a pushover. We did not get to see Atto, who probably does not need an introduction. Carmine Corp player who was at the Le Mans, 24-hour Le Mans, instead of playing RLCS 1s. I'm sure I said that perfect, by the way. So we didn't get to see Atto, who would have been a top 8 player for sure. Would he have been able to compete for a triple crown? Maybe. Honestly, air dribble reset, canceled Musty, 3-0. Atto was my number one. Before I found out that Atto could not play in the ones, I had him as my most likely to triple crown because I think KC are favorites going into Worlds, EWC and Worlds. I think that Zen and Atto are favorites, big time, even more so in RLCS 2s. And, I felt like he could qualify for ones. He would have had to take down a Nas, Zen, Moxie. He probably doesn't. He maybe takes Osof's spot as number 4, or maybe even gets like top 6, I would say. But as far as anybody else's chances to be a Triple Crown player, Atto, I think, would still be that most likely player to do it. And if he just had a pop off right day, right time, a couple days in a row, good championship Sunday, maybe he goes to Worlds as, the only player with a chance to actually win all 3. Is SSG the only team that could win all 3? SSG could win 3s, 2s, and 1s, right? I don't know if there's any other teams that can do that without thinking very hard. Kruger, 1439, they've got 20 months prime. So technically SSG could get a triple crown. I think it's far more likely that SSG... What is SSG most likely to win? Probably 1s, right? Diaz winning the 1s is within reason. And then the 2s and the 3s... 3s probably are even less likely than the 2s. Because 2s, at least it's just 2 matches you have to win, right? Like, at the end of the day, you just win 2 matches and you do get the championship. Whereas 3s, you have to play through an entire tournament. So many opportunities to choke. Kirox needs to get some offense going and use this reset over the top of Atto. That's not going to stop Atto from getting a clear counter. Again, needs to get a little bit crossbar on shots like that, or needs to get a double. One of the two. They have the number 4 and number 1 and number 4 ranked 2s players. We'll see, I guess. Oski and Nas were highly rated, and then Zen and Atto made it seem like they were guaranteed to lose. So Zen and Atto just looked built different when it came to tournament 2s, which we haven't seen a lot of. Atto, look at this flick. Atto is out here freestyling. The setup starts just inches off his back wall, and then he sets up this diagonal flick, kind of musty hybrid, in order to put it behind Kirox. I would have Atto as a pretty heavy favorite in this match against Kirox. If I was going to have Kirox debut on the day, you wouldn't necessarily look for a guy like Atto to be his first opponent. I think Rada was a fairly even matchup between the two of them. Atto is on that near S tier level of 1v1 kind of thing. It's almost mean to put somebody against early, but Atto himself said he was down to go against Kurox. And in the defense of the players like Kurox, they're never backing down. They always want to try. And maybe I'll end up eating my words. Right now, I think this game number 1 has been, you know, Atto showing just how good he could have been in RLCS 1s. I don't know if Kurox played RLCS 1s. He maybe didn't queue for it. I think he said he only had ranked 1s experience. Can't be the best if you don't play the best. One of the things that, you know, happened a lot more back in the day, almost as a nature of me just getting started in the show match scene as well, is players got a lot more matches before getting thrown against, you know, the best of the best. Atto's gonna try a pogo here. Bailed out of it because he knew it wasn't anywhere near good enough, but because, you know, I didn't know any of the top players, so I get the best players I could for somebody. Nice dribble off the ceiling, and it resulted in, you know, Kinsei getting 13 straight games. If we had Kinsei play first killer right away or something on my stream, he wouldn't have gotten a streak in the first place. So it almost cuts off storylines in a way. The fact that, you know, if a player is looking too good, they can instantly go up against an Atto who can remind everybody of the hierarchy. Kurox 2 goals in game number 1. But I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm trying to, you know, reach out a little bit more than we maybe have in the past. We've been doing lots of 1s matches with just the RLCS 1s contenders, really. You know, who's going to be champion. I think that's obviously very interesting, and people are invested in that. But the 1 scene probably will stay healthiest if we do a regular amount of, you know, show matches with players grinding to become up incomers, you know what I mean? So hopefully we could stick to getting more debuts, more new players, and maybe it could spark interest and, you know, desire to grind a game mode. Warden, by the way, is top 5. I don't know if that was going to happen anyways, but Warden, who's played a couple of show matches recently, is now top 5 in ranked and is continuing to grind even more. So I'm not trying to take any credit for that necessarily. In fact, I prefer to take 0 credit. But either way, you know, the Warden hype seems to be going on right now. Maybe the matches had, you know, some part of it. Maybe they didn't. Either way, they're at least allowing us to live through the hype instead of it happening secretly on ranked, you know, while he gets better without anybody getting to see. Atto quickly back up in game number 2. Looks like it's going to be a Manfield Night one because I did not switch the field. Atto, little reset musty. We mentioned this a 1,000 times. I'll say it again. Why not? Why not make the YouTubers and show match enjoyers hear it for the 1,001st time? We do not have any mods for languages other than English because we cannot understand them for the exact reason you just said. Apparently there might have been some bad words in another language. So it is the mod's directive to delete and time out all of non-English messages in case they might be bad things. So if they didn't get timed out, it's because the lazy moderators weren't handling the business. Know that they were supposed to be timed out, whether they were saying bad things or not. Because we can't understand it. Kurox instantly found himself down in game number 2 and needs to get something going here early, if you ask me, to try and send a wake-up call to Atto, whose aerial takes have started to become more and more casual, more and more, you know, comfortable, like he's expecting to be able to score. He needs to be put on the back foot a little bit. Kurox needs to hit a shot or two that wakes Atto up and makes him worry here, makes him second guess a little bit. So far, that's not what we've seen. What's the 1's MMR world record? I'm sure Moxie has it, but 1891 says chat. Sounds super high. But isn't what is rank 1 right now? Certainly nowhere close to 1800 even. So 1891 feels juicy high. 1764. Yeah, it's not often you see any 1800 MMR, and that 1894 is almost 1900. That's really impressive. Atto, how many resets did he get here? He's not going to score because the final shot is going to go wide and it's going to give Kirox a goal. But this is what I'm talking about in terms of comfort from Atto. Clearly, he feels like this is a game where he can kind of go for whatever he wants. He can try, I think that might have been quad because I feel like there was a wave dash reset in there that might have gotten an additional one. Either triple or quad resets. And not have to worry too much about giving up too many goals. Kirox, though, again, he's following the game plan he needs to as an underdog here. He's not getting lulled to sleep by Atto and you know, accepting to also go for clips or give up on standard 1v1 plays. He's continuing to be a pest. He's doing his best to counter when Atto does give him opportunities. And then he needs to hit him with a couple good shots in a row to make Atto realize it's not guaranteed. Double reset shots. Hands the ball right to Atto. So that is a bad sign, though, because that's a situation where Kirox needs to be threatening Atto, and instead, ooh, he taught Atto that he basically doesn't have to worry about the aerial because it was such an easy defensive play to make. Now Atto off the ceiling, flicks it down to the ground, goes to the back wall, jumps off, and gets a slight musty, basically. The backflip touch to shoot it in. And it's now back in the lead. Simple Goose, thank you for the 3 months. Kirox, wave dash flick to try and pull Atto away. Atto not going to be too phased by it. We'll get a counter and is up 2. Chat has brought out the whelps, and it's up to Kirox to try and prove him wrong. That's a good challenge. Kirox bringing the game to him. We saw Kirox steal a game that it looked like he had all but lost against Rada. He found a way to get himself back into it, and that was a way worse deficit than he's at right now. But just on the way that Atto's been playing, it's given the sense that he feels comfortable and he feels like he could take a lead at any moment. But Kirox 2 in a row, 6-6 now. Again, Kirox needs to push ahead. It could be off the back of kickoffs. If he needs to score, you know, a few kickoffs and goals in a row to make Atto sweat, that could be the beginning. This time he gets a first kickoff possession, doesn't get anything out of it, and then tries to get a bump on Atto. These aerial plays, again, they teach Atto not to panic. They're teaching Atto that he can stay on the ground and he doesn't have to worry too much about what Kirox is going to do. When none of these shots end up with power towards net, Atto can be patient. And until you can force that defender, teach them that they can't just wait on the ground in order to save you, you're not going to have an easy time getting past them. Kirox saw the fake challenge coming, or saw the challenge that maybe he thought was real. Demo, this'll do. It's going to be 6-7. Kirox wasting time. Just a little bit of aura regain for Kirox, who is now not only in the lead, has instantly started using tactics to secure his lead as he wastes just a couple extra seconds. Oh, I need to change the title. Does it still say Rada? It's Atto versus Kirox now. Demo, and then Atto gets 7th to re-equalize. Atto, I should say. One of the best demoers in the game. Certainly in 3s. But I'm sure a lot of that translates to 2s and 1s That's a low air dribble. Right to the back of Kurox, who has gotten a sweet catch. Big flick is not big enough. Atto will be able to save. He at least will not be able to pick up his own corner boost, though. Oh, Kurox, not careful. He thought he had a better advantage than he did. He's sitting here on the side wall thinking, I got 100. Atto is going to have to back away from me, and I can maybe make a play. Instead, he just lets Atto creep all the way in on what I would say is normally a disadvantaged position. Just tap one towards nets. 8-7. Atto cut off the wave dash. Air dribble now. Kurox bumps him and might give him an opportunity to get a counter. He's just going to power shot. Atto could not recover back, so 8-8. He's kept it close. Down to a moment where a kickoff or a fluke. I shouldn't say fluke. Fluke is not what he needs. He just needs a kickoff or a good possession. A good sequence here. Fluke is certainly not the right word, but Atto misses every once in a while, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Not a fluke, but Atto makes mistakes at times. And with the game starting to be on the line and every save needing to be essential, Atto jumping out over the top of the ball and actually feeling a little bit of that pressure that I was saying he needs to feel at some point if Kurox is going to win. And Kurox has now a 9-8 lead. We saw him waste time earlier. Atto doesn't go to the kickoff. Kurox says, I'll take it to my back wall. He could probably air dribble the majority of these seconds out. Needs to save a little bit of boost at the end. And needs to be really careful because I don't like what he's been doing so far this series. He's been losing control of aerials, falling in front of them. He saved this one out. Atto can get back to hold up. Oh, just for a second. But then he let it hit the ground. Kurox on the board. Brought this game back. And our series is tied 1-1. Kurox getting going now in the series. Has gotten Atto to look like he could panic on occasion. Could dive and miss a challenge. Something he wasn't looking like at all at first. So this could be the beginning of the Kurox run. Playing against Rada versus playing against Atto in a show match. Very different things, I imagine. Rada, a ones grinder as far as I'm aware. I'm told he doesn't even play threes. So it's as close as you could get to ranked, really. A player known mostly for his ones ranked ability and stuff outside the RLCS. Sure, you could still be nervous playing in a match like that, but I think it steps up when you're playing against the most recent major champion in Atto. Delay kickoff. Gonna work well for Atto. The flick will be good. 2-0. Atto bumped into the corner. Has to try and see if he can hold on to possession with no boost at all. Kurox is just waiting on the other side of the ball. Baiting Atto in for a 50 he feels he can win. Boost advantage still for Kurox, but Atto just doing such a good job of recognizing when he could challenge. That felt scoreable. That felt scoreable. Atto doesn't get it, and he does not get back either. Oh, but Kurox missed wide. So it's going to be okay. This one's going to be controlled by Kurox. Will Atto go full feet air dribble? Has an opportunity to. Brings the ball back towards net with that first flip. Instead just goes for the wave dash shot towards net. Kurox, punishment. Atto went for the 100 and will not find his way back in time. Good patience from Kurox. No panic there. Didn't let the fact that Atto shooting at his net, didn't let that scare him into pre-flipping or forcing the ball away. Recognized Atto had missed and that he needed to focus on the counterattack. Atto to ceiling. Drops it to Kurox, who has a really great touch to the wall to get another air dribble going. Reset in a great position. Shot is in! Kurox is getting warmed up now. And this is what Kirox needed. I think we're in a whole different game. This 2-2 scoreline a couple minutes ago would have felt like nothing to me because of how controlled in the game it felt like Atto was. Now, we've seen mistakes here and there. We've seen Atto trying to get a challenge. Maybe it doesn't work out. Kind of plays that are going to make Atto play a bit differently and respect what Kirox can do. It's up to Kirox, I think, to really just get clean aerial finishes. I think right now it could end up being the difference. He's had a little bit too many of his aerials end up in front of the ball, end up where he's having to really, kind of panic defend and turn a bad situation into something reasonable. Whereas that should almost never happen out of your own dribbles. Your own dribble should end the way you want it to, and at worst be neutral. Atto, flick, saved. Martin, by the way, thank you for the 14 months, tier 1. Kirox, dunk, hits post and crossbar and finds its way in. Is Warden back soon? Warden has been grinding like crazy. I'm down to get Warden on again. I say he's been grinding like crazy. I don't see him online, but he's top 5 in ranked. Doesn't look like he's been around today. But don't you worry, I'll be on the lookout for a Warden wave dash kickoff for Kirox. Gonna win. 2-goal lead for Kirox now. Little delay kickoff cheese, why not? All the KC guys love their delay kickoff. And it's going to give Atto one of the 2 goals he's down. Atto, did you read that delay? This is what happens to me when I play against good players. Get the pre-flip chip around. But Kirox, a bit better than that. He's certainly delaying on purpose. If he does not arrive to the ball in time to stop that, it's a great bounce here off the post. 5-3. Kirox dictating a little bit. Atto no longer in free play like he was for the first 5 minutes. Kirox converting 6-3. Atto needs to be worried now. I think you can just tell by the car language between the players how different Atto has gone to. This is the air dribble cringe, right? This is the kind of stuff Atto wasn't doing before. He's recognized, okay, all right. I'm gonna have to reach, deeper into the bag of tricks. Although necessarily the air dribble bump is maybe the most shallow trick in the bag, but Atto recognizing he needs to use it now. Wave dash kickoff has been clean from Kirox. The kickoff can be a difference maker for any player trying to get good 1v1 wins. If you don't have a clean one, at least neutral, you're basically out of luck. Kirox has had maybe even the better kickoff, which is a really good spot to be in. He's going to air dribble this one from the whole field, and he just passed to Atto. Almost a peak shot. Almost the clip of the match if he finds a way to, finish this one somehow in the net, but instead he just sailed it. It's going to be a free Atto goal. Another Atto possession. Atto resets. Kirox not challenging him. He doesn't have a good bounce, though. Oh, he went off of the back wall. Wow. I was saying he doesn't have a good bounce because it's headed all the way to the back wall and not to the net, but he actually uses that to go right behind Kirox. Kirox could have backflipped to take it away, I think, if we watch it back on his POV. But maybe he thought he could just reverse and tap it away. He did not make contact. And then a delayed kickoff again from Kirox. Atto sees that coming and he just chips it around him. I want to watch again from Kirox. He's just doing such a slow kickoff on a diagonal. It's not something you see very often. And Atto has recognized that. Says, if you're going to go that slow, I'm just going to chip it around you. And, even then, Kirox still did a little bit of a slow wave dash kickoff. Atto needs to just save boost or play possession. And he did, to be honest. He still had tons left over in case this reset didn't work. 40 or so at the time of the pop. And it's going to convert for yet another goal. So, 28 seconds. Kirox making Atto lock in here. And that's, you know, something to be said, even if the game doesn't go his way or maybe the series doesn't go his way. It feels very different than the game number 1 that Atto won. Kirox gonna pick up the side 100. No chance here. Can maybe get one for style and score on 0 seconds, unless Atto trying to jump over the top allows Kirox to go underneath. He gets it in with some time left on the clock. I'm not even sure he has time to delay. Oh, he's gonna wave dash chip it over to the wall. He's gonna try and get boost. You can't get boost. You can't get boost. You gotta focus on catching that ball. If you go for boost, it's hitting the ground. But I mean, also he's screwed if he just tries to go for the ball. So it looked like there was a chance. Probably never really was. We head to game number 4. Atto up 2-1. You think Dark will appear on the channel? Probably not. Just got here. Is this a grudge match? These guys did say the drama is over or something like that in the chat before it started, but I don't know what that would be. As a YouTube frog, this time between games is weird. These are extra long because I'm clearing out my nose and ads are catching up to us. But yeah, I usually do cut every bit of the in-between out. Game number 4. Atto going for the no-jump kickoff. When we talked about that kickoff in the past during RLCS1s, we were talking about losing it to your own back wall. And that maybe was the intent, but with the way the series has been going, I feel like Atto's doing that not because he wants to lose it to his back corner, but because he's just expecting to chip it around Kirox. He's been able to do it a few times. Just wasn't able to get it this time. Atto off the demo just booms the ball to net, punishes Kirox for creeping out towards the midfield instead of going straight to net. There was a clip that was so good today that I'm going to mention it on a YouTube video, on a Twitch stream, even though I don't have the link to the tweet. But you can check my Twitter because I quote retweeted it. There's an insane shot that somebody hit either today or yesterday of a full field pinch off the ceiling, 200 kilometers per hour. Absolutely absurd. You have to go check it out. If you haven't seen it, you got to go look for it. I'm sure it'll show up in like an Edit Tim video or whatever. The compilation videos as well. Kirox into the champion decal. I think I've seen, or is this the grand champion decal? It's a little bit too red, right? I want to say I've seen Atto use the champion version. I think that one's grand champion because grand champion is kind of reddish. Champion is more purple pinkish. Oh my goodness, Atto, it's the signature shot, but it's not in. Atto, air dribble reset, easily stopped by Kirox, who reverses slightly to dodge the demo and is now headed the other way and does not get the reset. Atto gonna try and punish on that. He's gonna try and show how it's done, but Kirox actually read where the reset flip was going and saved it. Atto pogo denied. Kirox, can he head the other way? Saw him, convert a downward falling ball into a good air dribble before. This time he didn't decide to fight against momentum. He just let the ball go down. He went down with it. Atto shots over the top, 2-1. Kirox has become a new player here, I'd say, towards the end of Game 2 and the rest of the series, even though he lost in Game 3. Game number 1 was the story of a storied veteran outmatching, you know, somebody who's new on the scene. I think that's been the story of the rest of these games. Kirox has done a lot more to force Atto to play his best game. And is keeping right in this one. Atto's going to get a third goal. Ranked ones, you know, is a really good way. Is Atto own goals? Atto just straight own goals. It's a little bit too easy for him, he says. Wave dash kickoff, picks up the boost, afraid of what Kirox is going to do, and just throws it in his own net. Ranked is just the beginning. Ranked is only part of the story, I'd say. Kirox is a very highly rated ones player. But being a 50 or so rated ones player does not mean you're going to put up a good match against the top 8, top 6 type 1v1 or an EU in Atto. A lot more goes into it. And ooh, the 1500 on its own is not enough to know for sure how you'll play. But Kirox locking in here a little bit, taking advantage of Atto going for a pogo shot. That did not work out. A little bit of delay by Kirox. Atto as he's flicks, crossbar and out. Threw a couple bumps, now backing away. 3-3 game. Kirox needs this game 4 win. He wants to make it go the distance. Atto wants to undercut or demo. Does get a good undercut. Throws Kirox into the corner away from the boost. Deciding not to steal, honestly, the midfield or back corner. He's just fully focused on his own possession. Wants to go back wall. Kirox wants to stop him from air dribbling. Went to the ceiling to challenge early. I like this pressure from Kirox. Just not letting Atto be comfortable, but a demo is going to allow him to be comfortable basically no matter what. He can set up whatever he wants. He's trying to bait Kirox in and then cut it back towards net. Because Kirox had been closing the distance between the two every time he could. So he's thinking, maybe I can bait him back, make it look like I'm going for an air dribble, but then cut it in and go over the top of him. But Kirox did not fall for that. He stayed in a good spot defensively. He took advantage of an Atto aerial mistake. Not going to happen very often. Now, he's in a winning position with a minute left to go. Again, he gets beat by his super delayed kickoff. Atto, I mean, this basically shouldn't be happening unless it's a pro versus like a great, like this is what happens to me when I play against pros, because they're so much faster. They can chip all the way around me. I think Kirox needs to delay that a little bit less if he's getting beat out like that. Single jump kickoff. Able to take the boost. Atto miss. Important miss at that. Kirox needs to keep this ball in a scoring position at every second so that Atto does not have a moment to breathe and a moment to leave to get boost, and he does just that. And then he pinpoints it behind Atto as Atto sets up on that near post. Great shots. 5-4 lead again. This time not likely to get the ball chipped around him because it's a slight offset kickoff and he hasn't been playing these as slow. Atto maybe intentionally lost this though, and it did not go. I mean, did he try and do the same thing? Did he try and punish a delay by chipping it? He might have. Again, there are times that you want to lose kickoffs on purpose, but I think Atto's trying to punish a slow kickoff, and Kirox just didn't do it this time. So maybe it was just a big brain play from Kirox, conditioning Atto into thinking he can just no-jump kickoff and get goals, and then eventually go fast on the kickoff in order to take advantage. But I think he's lost more goals than he's won that way, so probably not a good strategy long term. Atto gets possession and gets a goal, and now within one with 30 seconds. Atto resets. Air dribble carry into the top left. Really well placed shot. Kirox preparing to cover all the rest of the net, unable to stop that perfect placement. Kirox needs a strong kickoff goal. He's been chipped around here. Ooh, Atto not going to the kickoff at all. Kirox has to make something out of Atto's setup off the wall. How is he good at improvising? Ooh, he just barely went too far. I like the first few touches. If you're not skilled in the air, you can get thrown off by the fact that the first touch was not yours and not to your sweet spot. Kirox did a decent enough job, but then Atto here gonna undercut him just enough to push him high on the wall. And he just needs to give a side flip to put it back on target. Atto might be ending the series here. Kirox has done well, but it looks like Atto will get the 3-1 win. Not a bad performance the last few games from Kirox. Looking strong. But Atto is what I think a top 6, maybe could have been even top 4 type 1v1er if he had played EU RLCS. So a bit too much this time for Kirox. Jeez. Thanks, Atto, for hopping in. 2 matches today. Don't know if we're going to get any more. If Atto's down, I don't know if Atto has stream open, but I bet you Nas would be down to play at some point. I don't know when, but he doesn't have good ping right now. And I'd love to get Atto versus Nas if he's down to play ones. Why Atto Belgium, dude? Atto knows. You can't full caps it, though. You have to type it exactly like that for it to show up as the emote. Why not? My goodness, dude. I like to think that Atto just is always caps locking every time he types. Nas is away right now. He said maybe later to me, so probably not today. He said his ping isn't great. I know that's why he went somewhere else in order to play the ones tournament. You'll be next. Was a good, nice try though. Do we have? Oh, Kiroxinho, what's up? Was a good, nice try. It was. The end of that series looked really good, I would say. Games 2 through 4, very respectable. I mean, as you can see, 1-goal games all the way. But it's more about how you forced Atto to change how he was playing, I feel like. Can you maybe do a show match with Prosy? I am down to do a show match with Prosy. I'm not sure if he is down. Prosy is a Swiss player who played well in the EU LCQ, but doesn't play ones. It's kind of a big deal. If you don't play ones, you can be pretty darn sick nasty. You had him on like twice. Ooh, any RL casually throwing that they run show matches. Let me just hit this account with a follow. You don't know what I'm saying? Raziers is live. There's another. So chat, you guys remember the Iraqi player A7MD type Yaga? If you've heard of him. Have you heard of Iraqi player A7MD? I guarantee you've watched a show match of him. You might also remember the drama. What does Pokemon do in the drama emote? Drama. You might also remember the drama around the fact that he doesn't get to represent Iraq or Iraq in the FIFA E or the ENC, whatever he's allowed to play in. Well, I've been talking to another Iraqi player who hit me up saying he wanted to play a show match and is now top 100 and is apparently a team member on the team who, from what I remember in the tweet, Ahmad said were SSLs. He said but mere SSLs, I think. Whereas he's trying to imply, he's like a top 100 pro player. I don't know what like where all this beef came from. Why these guys aren't teaming? Like, why is there beef in the first place? I don't know. But we might get one of those Iraqi players Fear, I'm RL Abnon. Are you on the top 100? I feel like I've seen that name. You are RL Abnon. Am I just making that up, or are you just saying, like, I'm myself? Can I get a show match? Like, some random chatter could just say, hey, I'm me. Give me a show match. I feel like I've seen that name, though. Nightshade, maybe the 10 months prime. Fear, I am Arjun41. You missed him? Let me try again. Is it, like, so high that I wasn't locking in and getting ready for it? Tell me it's not this one. I think I've seen it before, though. You said Tick. That's why I missed it. Tick RL Abon. Where are you from, dude? Chat, did we just get him on right now? Freaking YOLO. You know what I'm saying? How about you get him on against the Iraqi guy? Fear? He was on 20 minutes ago. I don't know if he's on right now. Mackie, name of the prime. RL Abnon. Hit me up, dude. Why not? Did you play RLCS ones? Is your name Abnon? If I go to Mina RLCS ones, am I gonna find you? Let's see. 1 versus 1. Mina. And if I'm not gonna find you, why not? Why is your head so long? Chill, guys. Chill. Surely if you're top 37 or whatever, you make it this deep into the tournament, right? Unless you just didn't play. But I feel like for some reason, some good players just didn't play. You're not on Wikipedia? Sure, but did you play ones? He's got Rada Dark style. New Dark! New Dark! Let's get the new Dark. How many new Darks can we get on in 1 week? I'm DMing you my Epic ID, Aban, so you can add me. Or if you have Steam, that's better, but. Nude Arc. That's not what we said. I'm Dark Squared. No, I was not really good. Now I'm kind of back. So you didn't play RLCS 1. How come everyone's getting really good after RLCS 1s? Don't let Aban play. Uh-oh. Sussy? Sus? Bots holding all them back? Wait, but actually, like, there's no cheating going on right now. You guys think it's sus that he's good all of a sudden? I don't know. I don't think so. You sure? Here's the thing, chat. It's pretty obvious, pretty quick, if someone botted to get to the top 100. Leth says otherwise. Oh. Drama! Rada plays on Amon's account. Allegations? How do you address these allegations, Amon? Be careful. Because... Look at my tick. My peak is 1613. Your peak or Rada's? Somebody in chat said he plays like Rada in Dark. Oh, does he? Is it because he is Rada? You had Alban on a show match 20 minutes ago. He isn't boosted. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to just figure it out. I guess we just got to get him on and see. Get Jirachi in. Jirachi's a bum. I wouldn't believe him. Is this another top 100 player? There's Kurox, who we just had on. You seem legit. I think he could get 49. You know, not that anyone was questioning his legitimacy. I think the good news is there's no... Who's Myth? That's a Fortnite player of old. Surely that's not the Myth I'm thinking of. Oh, Jirachi is silent. Ah, almost got us. Almost got us. Almost got us for the with the 10th name change. Ah! Shotty versus Silent. Oh. If there's nobody to play Aban, I'm here. This would be a great time to get our drama Iraqi player to prove he can hang. He is this guy on Epic, according to him. Check Zetro. What is Zetro? Is that like a thing? Is this a D's nuts joke? Did I just fall for it? Does Aban want to play? We queue him up. We throw him in a free play empty lobby. He hits a pogo. He's in. What's your favorite mythical creature? Is it a dragon? You didn't even let me potentially say dragon naturally. Is he legit though? What, chat thinks he isn't. I forget why. Because we think somebody plays on his stream, but then this guy Henny, who does show matches, is saying he is legit. Like how he's top 100 out of nowhere. Okay, let me see. Is a Rocket League tracker that sus? What's his name again? RL ABAAN. Or I guess I can just go see what his. It's Tick RL. RL. Can't find him. He's safe. Oh, there he is. 667 games. Holy grinder. I tell you what, it wouldn't take a bot to get to top 100. It would not take them 600 games. If that's what people are trying to say. The path looks decent enough, to be honest. Rod will destroy him, not even joking. He hasn't added me. At this point, it's drama to see if he's good. Would it take Rada 600? Has Rada played 600? It is weird that he was GC1. He's GC1 Div 1 2 weeks ago? No, like a month ago. 2 months ago, he was GC1, and then now he's top 100. Yeah, his 2's rank doesn't really match it. But he also plays more 1s than 2s. And he also doesn't play the game in previous seasons. Yeah, this is a bit weird. Did you just stop playing the game? To be fair, I think he did say he stopped playing the game for a while, but then you just came back and you're him? Let me play to see if he's fake. I mean, we'd find out pretty quick. His tracker looks a bit questionable. Bought Steam account, probably. I had a break, but now I'm a little back. He was on Henny RL 30 minutes ago. Well, have you added me yet? Check your Twitch DMs. Let's do what I do. Me versus you. Can't beat me. No, I think let's go see. Should we look at Henny RL? Wait, Henny, type again. Because this guy said your name wrong. Henny RLL. There it is. All right, do you guys think I have watched enough Rocket League 1v1 to be able to watch a VOD of a player? Oh, he played Abdullah. Wait, how'd it go? Did he win games? Wait, he's close. Is this Abdullah Gaz, like R8 Abdullah? No, this isn't, because that's probably not all right, Abdullah. Because if he played all right, Abdullah close, then conversation's over. You don't need to watch the games. But I'm guessing if he won game 1, probably not R8's Abdullah. Maybe though, if he actually is that rating. I don't think this is R8 Abdullah though. I'm guessing this is the guy who played. It isn't the R8 Abdullah. All right, well, let's just watch the gameplay then. What do we think, chat? Vote on your phones now. Not a terrible dribble. I mean, could have been worse. It was a full field air dribble. The finish wasn't amazing, but you aren't just doing that. Fear is going bald watching this. I was already bald. We need Aban POV though. How I tricked the high level caster into thinking I live in Saudi Arabia. Okay, another full field, another Diaz challenge. If he hits this, chat, everyone has to beg for forgiveness. Everyone has to beg for forgiveness. I want to see it. Beg. Beg at the feet of Aban for forgiveness. I mean, that's a pretty good play. Not good enough? I mean, that was pretty good. That's exactly what, you know, a Diaz would do that if he was being defended high. That was good play. We're not saying he has to beat Diaz, guys. Diaz is top 4. No one was ever saying that Aban has to be better than Diaz. He just has to be legitimately top 100. Okay. Okay. I don't know, chat. It's definitely slower. It's definitely a slower game being played. But I mean, it's worth a try, if you ask me. It's worth a try. And this is a good game. This is a high-level game being played right now. People are trying to say it's like a fully boosted GC game or something. Abdullah's obviously quite good too. All right, has Aban hit me up? I'm down to do another game. I'm hearing audio from something. I think I pulled up a stream earlier that's like playing audio. Oh yeah, it's right here. Found it. He's doing the Rada reset. Oh, you just think it's Rada. You think Rada played his... Is Rada going to play from him again? Are we going to have another secret Rada match? I don't mind if Rada plays more matches, but he could just play it as his regular name if he's instead playing on different accounts. Rada... Okay, wait. Great idea. Rada versus Aban. That's the match I want to run. Rada versus Aban. Let's see it. What is the Rada reset? I mean, Warden does it too, to be fair. But why? What are these people's end game? That's what I don't understand. It's not very often that somebody gets like their account boosted or whatever. Because like if it's to get into show matches, like we'll be able to tell if he doesn't have Rada play for him and he's not top 100. Just get him on. We could have played a whole series. Well, he said 1 minute. I don't even know who he's going to play against, to be honest. What do you guys think? Zen, maybe? Zen versus Aban. Does that sound fair? Atto is live, maybe him. I don't know if he wants to go again. I think he just... Did he go live during the... Surely he went live after. Was he just watching my stream? Yeah, no, he went live after. I'm like, there's no way he'd be like streaming, stop, come to my chat and be like, I'm down to play. If so, if that actually happened, my ego was about to be like giga boosted, dude. I was gonna be like, wow, I'm him. If Atto is going live and watching my stream on his stream, but that's not what happened. He knows why Atto Belgian. That's all that matters. Do you think he stopped streaming for your game? Oh, so wait, he streamed, then said, I'm down to play, went offline just for me. Why wouldn't he just stream it? That doesn't sound like a very likely story to me. What is this new emote from Sombre Gostas? S? For Sag, presumably? That's a no-brainer. You were watching like 90 minutes ago. Maybe he like took a break and then he wanted to be locked into your channel and not steal viewers. He's the biggest Fear fan ever, so. We're just kind of waiting for Aban to... I think we'll have our answer if Aban never comes back. There's our answer right there. But wait. He said, wait a second, chat. We've already seen Rada and Aban playing at the same time. Oh, wait. Wait a second. Can we do some more math? You forgot your password to the account you log into all the time? Wait a second, chat. Lock in right now. Lock in. Okay. I asked Rada.
Fear, do you wash your hands with SOAP?
I asked Rada to play a show match not long ago. He said, I can't. I need to wait. It's gonna take a few minutes, something like that. 45 minutes. Was he secretly playing a show match on Abon's account on Henny's stream and therefore couldn't play yet in my show match under the name Rada? Let's think. I'm gonna do some time stamping here. It says this was played 2 hours ago. Last live 1 hour ago. It was a 1 hour stream. So at about 11:33-ish, let's say, generally, the Abdullah versus Aban show match begins. Rada says to me, give me 45 minutes and I'll be ready. About the length of a best of 5, by the way. At around 10:30. So not quite 11. He then says, about an hour and 10 minutes after that, I'm ready. You think you started at 9:10 Cest, okay? Let's pull up the time, buddy. 9:10 Cest is when you started. That would be 9:10 Cest would be about 12:10 my time. So if it's true that your match started at 12:10 my time, he was playing probably in our match at that time. But wait, this still doesn't seem like it lines up very well. Are you sure it was 9:10? Just ask them both for feet pics. Interesting. 9:10 or 9:20. So if you did it 9:10 Cest and you actually know your own time zone is correct, that matches 12:10 for me, which was about an hour and 20 minutes ago. That is when Rada would have been playing. They'd been playing at the same time. Surely we need to have somebody who is both a Henny fan and a Fear fan who is watching both show matches. Okay, did he invite me on Epic? You're telling me his Epic name. Is it because I'm supposed to invite him on Epic? Everybody is saying I should invite him. Why is this Epic name completely different? Why is it yet another account? According to what I can tell, they were, if it's true what Henny said, they were playing at the same time on 2 different show matches. So either he's the coolest player of all time playing with 2 controllers, 2 instances of Rocket League. I don't have anybody for him to play, by the way. It's linked to his Steam, but what's linked to this account that's top 100? Oh, I get it. No, you're right. The Steam account is the top 100 account. Wait, why are we not just adding him on Steam then? Does he play as Steam? I don't know why I deemed you Epic. Steam is just so much better. If he's playing on Steam, then let's just do Steam. Rada's not around, chat. Okay, let's just do Steam then. We're currently waiting on our outgoing friend request to Arl Aban. Okay, I think there's less going on than we thought. But what's important is we love you. Added you? Great. Beautiful. Amazing. Well, first off, I sent my invitation to the account that's top 34. And that person has not accepted it. Where's Red Mob when you need him? Koi versus Rada? It's gonna be a little bit sus if the account that's top 34 isn't the one that accepts my friend request. Chat, once upon a time, said they did not want OM. Do you guys feel like you're an OM chat? I can't see you? It says invitation sent. Tick RL _ Aban. I don't have any friend requests. My question is, where's Rawas and why is my goat not playing? He did not qual for RLCS 1s, so I think we'll see him again when it's time for RLCS 1s again. Add loud ear. I have loud ear. But I mean, surely, normally I wouldn't care. But amongst insane allegations that this player is potentially not legit, shouldn't that be the one time I get an accepted friend request from the account that is top 34 and not a completely different, like, random Epic account? Invite me? Did you accept? All right, fine. Fine. Henny says, Henny's legit. Henny runs show matches. A fellow show matcher. Okay. All right. We all let all that just for him to join, and he's clearly on Steam, and it's clearly his account. Okay, we need someone to play him. Chat, who wants to play him? Who wants to play him? After all this, we didn't even have an opponent for him. No, let me go see. Let me see. If he's top 34, you guys cannot hang. Sorry, unless you're Red Mob. If Red Mob's in the chat, he could play, I guess, if he wants to. Spin the wheel? What do you mean spin the wheel? That's not how finding out show matches works. I wonder if this guy wants to go again. Hey, any chance you want to play a show match, my guy? It would be against Aban, a Saudi player. And now we wait. We got to give that person at least, you know, a few minutes. Would you want to play a match against Atto now? Assuming you were referring to later in the same day. We might have a different match too, which I'd hate to do to Aban, my homie, who has suffered through many minutes of verification. But if the other match were to happen, we would run it. But the player I just asked to switch from Rocket League to Call of Duty, so probably not. Guys, Rada is offline. Just interrogated for 15 minutes? Nah, we're gonna get him on. We're gonna get him on. We just need to find the sweet spot opponents. And who is that gonna be? Who is that gonna be? Rada just started the game. He will come. Okay, I mean, obviously, we got to get Rada versus Aban if we can. Because that would beat all the allegations. They clearly can't be the same player if they play each other. I'll message him. I don't know why chat seems to think he's... Somebody seems like they know Rada in chat. Or we're going to see... Imagine we load into the game and only one car moves at a time. That would be peak. Maybe Rawas will play? Why is chat so sure that Rawas will play? I love the idea of Rawas playing. Don't get me wrong. Rawas can play any match he wants to, whenever he wants to. That bro has not wanted to play. Okay, it's Rada versus Aban. It's what the people wanted. It's true verification. Are they the same person? We find out right now. One-sided match incoming. So is it going to be Aban, the actual player, who is not quite top 100, getting cooked by Rada, or is Rada, who has, you know, incentive to show that Aban's not boosted, loses intentionally? This is going to be one of them. We're going to be watching closely on this game.
Five. Hi chat, this is your lad Feer. You guys ready for a show match?
It's between... my stream gets right to the point. I'm always getting you a show match. Just the show match just gets going right away. I'm always getting the show match going. Chat, you know what I could have done? You know what I absolutely could have done after doing 2 show matches? I could have said, all done, go offline. And instead, you get this dramatic show match. Rada versus the guy who apparently he boosted his account, according to random Twitch chatters. Have you always been bald? No, I'd say. That's fair to say. I was not bald in the early days. Type Feer 7 if you want to see some of the hair on the head. But I think we're ready to go. No reason to wait any longer. Let's get the drama series started. You know what I'm saying? You know damn well you didn't hit enough subs yet. Honestly, the show match streams never hit the subs. Here we go! It's Rada! Your most exciting 1v1 from Saudi, playing against TikTok legend RL Aban, who has worked his way up the 1v1 leaderboard and into the top 30 position. Aban took a big break and has recently grinded back. He's grinded up from Grand Champion just a couple months ago to top 100. And doing so has resulted in people wondering whether or not his position on the leaderboard is legitimate. I've seen him on the leaderboard recently over the past couple months. So today, we're going to find out just that by playing against another opponent who has tournament results that I would say verify his rank. He's been playing around for a long time. Rada getting into the top 16 of Mina, and then, you know, playing a close game against FBI after like DQing up a round. I would say that all but locks in. Oh no. Oh no. Aban, you need to hit that. You absolutely have to hit that. That is unmissable. I don't know if he's playing into the joke here, but apparently some like to claim as Rada gets a triple reset, gets denied by Aban, that maybe Rada had played on Aban's account. People trying to look at the different details, intimate details of how Aban was playing in the show match we just watched before to see, is it clearly the same player? Why would you do that? One thing that nobody ever seems to have the answer for is why? Why, you know, if he did play a previous show match, why did Rada play 2 different show matches on 2 different accounts? Like, why not Rada just plays on the Rada account? I don't understand. Maybe brothers, check the ping. This is the most insane like investigatory chat ever. They do not have the same ping. Rada gonna pogo get dunked. Aban is leading in the show match. Rada potentially taking it easy. It's close enough. They're like 20 ping different. No, it's 92 and 68 ping. You're not getting that ping if you're in the same location. Rada, oh my goodness, ripping a musty. Aban, maybe advertising the TikTok. Rada playing in reverse, demo. Rada will convert it. 2-2. Where do you land right now, chat? Which way are you guys leaning? One of them uses a VPN. Rada reset at ceiling height. Challenge off the ceiling. Good challenge from Aban. I just want to say, there's going to be a lot of apologies in chat if Aban plays a nice series here while everybody is theorizing about potential tomfoolery. Great challenge off the ceiling from Aban. Bumped away, no quick counterattack. Aban backing off as Rada looks to challenge. Oh, that's actually a good question. If they wanted to play on Mina, they could. Most, back in the day, this is a great air dribble from Aban. This is a solid 1v1 play. Is chat being convinced yet? Full foot air dribble. Fakes a pogo for the TikTok, for the fans, and then catches in 50s. Rada zap dashing into the corner. Gets demoed. Aban connects on the demo. Wave dash shots. 4-2. Or is it all a conspiracy that Rada is intentionally setting up a deficit? I can't believe the conspiracy emote has any sort of relevancy. Aban pre-jumping. Not able to get back this one. This should be a goal for Rada. Aban is a shared account many pros have access to. So then which one is playing right now? And is the one that's playing right now pretty good? Because if they're all pros, what do I care? Kurnovi is playing right now. Check the air roll. Okay. Can we get the investigative experts here? He played a show match on Henny RL's stream, but 2 hours ago. See if his air roll is the same. He did say something weird about his password. When's the last time you guys have typed in a password to play Rocket League? Just about never. Rada down by 1. Has a chance off the sidewall. Resets. Delayed Musty. Into Aban. It's saved, but Rada has the follow. So what air roll do we think Aban uses? Was that air roll left I just saw? Just now? No, that looks like a little bit of air roll right. I don't know. Oh, wow. Okay. Wait a second. Wait a second. This was a good play. Aban pass to himself. Reset shots. Top shelf. Up 5-4. Wait, Rada is playing on Aban's account and Aban is on Rada's account. They're really running one on us. Aban missed though. Clear opportunity to allow Rada to equalize. He drops an OMG. Maybe they're sitting next to each other, handing the controllers back and forth, and whoever's trailing gets the stronger player on the account. Rada resets. Wave dash shot denied. Ball gonna hit ground. OT and game number 1. What are they doing? It's tied. Who knows? I do feel really bad if Aban is just a player who is good and wants to get into a show match and everybody won't shut up about people playing on his account. Aban gets nothing out of this air dribble though. Big dunk. Should be free for Rada. And game number 1 going to go to Rada. Do you guys want Mina server? The most sus thing Aban has done of anything is using Season 14 Grand Champ. Doesn't he know Season 4 Grand Champ in red is the only one you can use? Aban is a Rocket League arcade machine in a mall in Saudi. Different players come by and use the machine under the name Aban. It's a random setup that anybody can sit at. They didn't say anything, so I'm just gonna go ahead and staying on EU. No, we good. What if it's me playing? I'm switching POVs pretty impressively. Aban doesn't connect while Rada stays in? Is this another clue? How does Rada know Aban is good? Wait a second. You're on to something. How could he answer for Aban unless he is both players? He's playing with my with that one mirror bot that I've seen in TikToks and YouTube shorts. He's putting his same inputs into both accounts at the same time. Aban to the air with a reset, double reset. Why not? Fake musty, shot too high. Again, another very solid ones play that you'd absolutely see from a top 50 ones player who is good at aerials. Okay, the same setup off the wall that they were saying only Rada can do, but Rada is here and he's in the match and he's on the other team. Chat was so certain that only Rada could do that setup off the wall. And yet, it couldn't be Rada because Rada's in the match. Aban will get the first goal of this game, number 2. Has Rada done it yet, though? Oh, it's Ahmad. Why would Ahmad get a fake account? Aban, another great air dribble resets. Low 50. If Rada's not going to challenge him, he's going to take it. You think it's FBI undercover? I want to see Rada challenge Aban just a little bit more. Oh, maybe he's TRK. Rada reset wave dash, great catch. Aban in defense. Being at the midfield 100, thought about going up to the ceiling. Decides to flip to the back wall and was in a pretty decent position to make a save. Big drama, shared account 1v1. This pro played versus himself. Stick around to the end because you're not going to believe what happened. Nice zap dash from Aban. Rada air dribble denied. Aban put himself in a good spot. Countered. I could see these guys being friends, buddies, who play a very similar freestyle-y, you know, kind of controlled aerial type style. Aban pinching this one away. Rada into the air, challenged by Aban. Aban will flick it in. 4-1. Chat, wait. I think I figured it out. What if Aban is telling the truth? And he's him. Rada resets. Carry makes it 2. Aban reset, double reset, shot top shelf. I mean, this guy can cook. This guy can cook. Anyone can cook, and apparently tons of different people cook on this guy's account. No, I feel bad. I feel like he's just legit. And the more we joke about it, the more it's going to constantly follow him if he's just a good player. Rada trying a long shot. Aban cuts it out of the air. Wants the 100 boost as well. Won't be getting it. Rada will throw one on target. Aban losing possession here. Gets it thrown straight to his nets. Aban trying to play this into his back wall. Can he go the distance? Can he hit a DS challenge to help silence the haters? He looked like he got 2 resets on that, but he never really brought the ball back towards the nets. Aban, another DS challenge attempt. Reset shots is in. Rada just left way behind the play. He tried to challenge from the ceiling. Oh, I was wondering why he was nowhere close. It looked like he tried to cut it off through the air. Missed early and never made it back. Aban trying the delayed musty carry. Gets the catch, pops it up over the top. Now we back it off. Ooh, nice bump. Defensively, Aban from behind the play. Takes Rada out of it. Brown pinch. Not going to be good enough. Need to be so strong to get past an awaiting Rada, who is going to have a free counter now. Aban seemed like he was on track to his first game win, but Rada might be stealing it back. Aban, no reset here, but fairly convincing enough that I imagine he could fool Rada. Goes for the pogo finish instead. Rada double, not quite in. Couldn't slow himself down to get the right angle, arrived too soon to be able to tap it down. Rada needs a goal. Aban, challenge off the ceiling. Intercepts. Rada picks up 100. Thought he could maybe get a read quickly off of the bounce. Instead, he's going to be a backflip and a follow-up. Aban clears it away. Now Rada, 30 seconds, maybe his last opportunity. Double reset shots. Dunked the other way. Aban should be getting his 7th goal. Kickoff goal, or sorry, kickoff play is good enough. Actually, will be a kickoff goal though. 8-5. Gain number 2 secured for Aban. Aban not taking an open net. You want to know why? He wants to really show the haters what's up. Reset. 2 resets. Well. Aban will equalize the series. 1-1. I think we're settling on there's no drama. Other than it is interesting. Now the storyline is interesting that this guy who was not really a super high rated player before took a break, came back, and then brought the account up to top 100 from Grand Champ in 1s without playing 2s in like 2 months. It is interesting. It's not a very common story. But if you told me he was like 13 or something, then it makes sense. Kids can do anything. Game number 3. Rada and Aban went into free play for multiple seasons, grinding to become the best. Aban left that one. Hoping that a low 50 might work out. Rada wave dash over the top. Little high five, and Aban does his best to break it up, but Rada will score. Rada reset near ceiling heights. 2 resets. Where is Aban going? 3 resets. Aban actually made his way back into it. He's able to take it away. Rada to the ceiling. Aban floating through the air. Waiting on the goal line and gets faked. Aban drops in the nice one as Rada dunks it in. Aban to the back wall. Another Diaz challenge attempts. Waited out the reset to make sure it didn't slam to the ceiling too hard. Gets a second reset. Wave dash 50. He definitely has full foot air dribbles. That's for sure. As his reset might have even softly kissed the ceiling before he gets another one and goes down for the wave dash. Wait, chat, what's Diaz's ping to EU servers? Isn't it about 68? Wait a second. Rada. Aerial play. Fake. Turtled. Lands. Jumps up. And reverses the ball in. I'm totally joking, by the way. Diaz would get way more ping to EU. I think he gets like 100 something. Especially if he's in the US. Which I don't know if he is right now or what. Aban seems to be going for as many resets as possible. They're definitely playing this 1v1 in a very freestyle-y-esque way. Which could just be the nature of how both players like to play. Rada has proven he's can bring it to top 16 in RLCS 1s. TikTok playstyle? Yeah, I mean, that could be a way to describe it. Wave dash shot, nice play from Aban. Tapping this out of the control of Rada, who takes it to the back wall and is starting with a reset. Gets a second one, gets a third, pre-flip shot. Oh my goodness, Rada! Aban just watching, can only drop the nice one as Rada gets so much movement. No way Aban could be expecting that shot to go where it did. Aban Gonna bring this back into the orange half. And up into the air. 1 reset, 2 resets. Tried to go down to the ground for a 50. Rada reading that now. Rada, oh my goodness. Did he try a pogo there after the 2 resets? It's a little bit of your turn, my turn between the two, as opposed to just constantly challenging and not allowing this kind of play in the first place. Otherwise, we see Amon challenging right there early. So reset there for Amon. Into the air now. Tried like almost a turtle shot, it felt like, but he wave dashed a bit too late. He's getting scored on here. He's dropping the sorry as he was maybe not able to get a good enough shot. Got caught out on the boost steal. Rada. Double reset dunk. And Amon gonna get a 3rd goal. Minute 6 to try and bring this back. Amon passing to himself off the back wall, avoiding all the demo opportunities here. But Rada doing enough to take away the play and run it the other way. Ground pinch for funsies. 7-3. Seems like Rada is on track for securing the 2-1 lead. Amon not able to get anything out of this air duel reset. Rada did not take his open net. He is going for a clip instead. There's Amon calling next, and so he doesn't have to get triple reset on. You love to see it. You love to see the next call. I did not pause it in time. Is he, please don't let him finish this clip. Just go next. Don't know how I feel about 1v1 just becoming 2 players air dribbling at each other. That's just these 2 players though, but one of them against Moxie is a different story. No, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of air dribbling in ones now, for sure. Game number 4! Chat, what's the clickbait title for this YouTube video? Is this player legit? Controversial Mirrorbot show match. Underrated meta player plays with himself. That's not it. Rada scoring first in this one. Amon, hook shot, top left. Well placed shot. Unreal Engine 6 news in this 1v1 show match. All new features revealed for Unreal Engine 6 during this show match. Amon, great air dribble play. I hope it's obvious that my stance is Amon is just a good player. Dark secretly playing on RL Amon account in order to boost him into show match. Up on, reset, Musty. Gonna be denied. And it should be easily countered. Rada can make it 2-2. Aban passed to himself off the sidewall. Musty, oh my goodness, Aban. Ask for forgiveness from the man, the myth, the legend. It's Aban. Aban gonna make it 4-2. Mixing in important parts of 1v1 as well. Not just the resets off the wall and the musties, but also a strong kickoff. Oh my goodness, he's going for it again. Ground pinch! Okay, he's been stopped. Rada, oh my goodness! What is going on my screen right now? Not even RL Laban knows what's going on as he spams question marks in the chat. Rada ripping a flick off the resets. And at 3-3-3-4-4 as well. Perfect timing. Aban trying to continue the essentially freestyle 1v1. Aban delay fake. Ooh. Should be able to score it. Oh, brutal! Could have happened to anyone, though. Could have happened to anyone. There was a chance he squeezes that in. Totally fine take. Rada gonna get this saved. Aban, really strong save, too. Put it off the post to the other side of the field. Rada dunks it, though, and immediately scores. Rada, kickoff goal to make it 5-4. Aban facing a potential series loss here. Aban, I'm not sure what he was hoping for. Oh, what he was hoping for was almost recovering back to make a play, but he completely left in order to grab a 100 boost, and Rada had no trouble punishing him for that. Flick from Aban. Pushed away, not likely to be able to stay on the ball. Rada, not the best first touch, but he just takes that as a challenge to find a way to get this ball back. And it's going to be off a pogo. Then he pops over the top of Aban. It's like you got to get a bad first touch so that you can be forced to do something crazy. Aban unable to intercept. Rada taking this to his back wall. Aban thinking about the ceiling challenge. Rada actually takes it kind of out, away. Another low pogo. Aban's not going to make the same mistake of challenging, right? Yes, he's not. He's going to wait. So there's no reason to challenge this. This is not a dangerous shot. I can just wait it out and be given a free ball. I mean, Rada should have not flicked it, but knowing how he plays, unsurprising that he tried it. Aban trying the fake flick, gets challenged. Will reset to his own back wall. Wants a full fit air dribble. Rada steals it away. Cannot get a shot out of it though. Rada trying to get a reset near ground, the middle of the field. Might get demoed here. Bond not able to connect. Needs 2 goals in a minute. Rada giving a bit of space. That's not the musty he's hoping for. A Bond reset around ceiling heights. Oh my goodness. So much extra power from the flick. But ultimately, it does not go in. I am not hungry. Thank you for the love. Pinch from Rada across the field. He's pre-jumped already. Hamad maybe wanted to do an aerial on the first touch, but forced into the second bounce instead because Rada was already up. Flick is past Rada. Resets. And flick behind Rada. 23 seconds to get one more. Rada, though, is instead going to extend it to a 2-goal lead. Fake kickoff. Rada really wanting to secure the win. He's had enough of the clip fest. Or maybe he wants to get just one more for the road. Oh, another one of those setups that these guys clearly both practice. Passing to themselves off the wall. I am not hungry. Thank you for the gifted sub. Rada is going to win it. It'll hit the ground. GG's. Thanks for playing, gamers. Sorry if I'm so bad right now. Hey, no worries. Hit a lot of clips. Gave us a lot to watch here in the last 45 minutes or so. I am not hungry, be honest. Did you know I was bald? And do you wish you could take back that sub now that you know? Refund? What did he say? Of course I knew, bro. Phew. Phew-wee. Atto versus Rada. Dark versus Warden. Warden versus Rada. Do we have time for another match? Am I like Mr. Matchman? The 2 people who said they'd be down, though, aren't a fair match. We were potentially going to do the Saudi player. And he says he's here now. But I don't know who he'd play against, to be honest. Because, oh, did I say Saudi? I meant Iraqi. Because this is his account, apparently, 1414. So it's kind of borderline. You know, this is the loss away from dropping out of the top 100 kind of thing. But it's more drama, dude. There is no Radosin on Reddit. Okay. I'll check the Reddit drama. Let me check the drama. First off, before we even check the drama, you guys got to see this pinch. Look at this. Look at this pinch, dude. Bang! 200 kph. And what's crazy is, like, a defender is back. Like, player 2 was almost expecting this. He's like, yeah, he might pinch it full field. I'll go back to net. And he's like, it still was too fast. Just ridiculous. Anyways, apparently there's some drama. Have you fully recovered from your sickness? Does it sound like I've fully recovered? Have I tricked you into thinking I am somewhere close to fully recovered? Raziris? Ooh, okay. Chat, we've got drama. What song do I want to use for drama? YouTube voice? Raziris claims that Radosin treated him, and Joyo to a lesser extent, very poorly during the LCQ and in the weeks leading up to it. Wazirs is currently live on... Wazirs is currently live on Twitch and opened the stream by explaining that there's been some serious drama with Redosin during the LCQ. All of the information is gathered from his stream. I'm a German native speaker, so the translations will be accurate. Here's a link to his stream. You can get all the information yourself from today's VOD if you speak German. Here's a link to the VOD itself. Additionally, he still has to play EWC with the team, so he didn't want to reveal everything. So new information might be revealed in the future after the EWC LCQ. These were the key statements that Wazirs made. In the match against Feer, as well as in the weeks leading up to the event, Wazirs was made responsible for every game loss, and basically any goal that went in against them. This happened for weeks, and not just that particular match. Okay, first off, this is a surprise. Thought Redosin was our GOAT of vibes. This is certainly going against that. We continue. Redosin continuously insulted Wazirs for weeks, which led to Wazirs being extremely afraid of making mistakes while playing with him, even in ranked, and overall just not having a lot of confidence. All of these insults were strictly related to in-game stuff. Whenever they spent time outside of scrims, tournaments, and Rocket League in general, for example playing football outside, everything was fine, and they got along well. Joyo gave Wazirs constructive criticism when Wazirs did something wrong, which Wazirs appreciated. Redosin's criticism was more in the line of saying something like, "What you just did was trash." Translating. It's possible that more and worse things than that have been said, but Wazirs doesn't give more input on that. Joyo was also targeted with insults from Redosin, but not as much as Wazirs. Between Joyo and Wazirs, everything was completely fine. Wazirs speaks very highly of him and says he's a genuinely nice person. Wazirs was often compared to Zen or Nas by Redosin, with him basically saying things like, if Zen and Nas were in your position, they would have done things better, so differently. After they were eliminated, Wazirs felt terrible and extremely responsible for the result because of the things Redosin said to him. Before all this happened, Eugen warned Wazirs that Redosin could be a big a-hole, but Wazirs wanted the team with him anyway. In K-Dop's stream after the match, apparently Redosin said that he only tried to motivate them during the match. Wazirs denies this. They will not scrim before the EWC LCQ for a mental reset. Wazirs told their coach Econ about all of this, and Econ tried to tell Redosin to be more calm, but it did not work. So Wazirs, shut up. I'm on Redosin's side. That was a terrible challenge. What? Like, that's... Apparently, Joyo even noticed that what Redosin said was hard for Wazirs to deal with, and Joyo himself said to Wazirs that he should have stepped in sooner when he noticed it. Regardless of that, Wazirs has nothing bad to say about Joyo, and says he's been nice and respectful to him. Despite all of that, Wazirs doesn't hate Redosin as a person. However, he will never team with him again, and this is potentially the worst team experience he has ever had. As always, I think it's only fair if Redosin gets to voice his side of the story too, because there's only no way to confirm how true everything what was said is. There's also no way to know how bad the things were he said to him. I think this will resolve itself after EWC. Interesting. What do we think? Right when Redosin seemed to have finally gained favor with the fan base. If Zen and Nas were in your position, that is tough. But it could be a good way to explain, like, why you did something wrong. Great value turbo pulse has been exposed. Expecting Wazirs to move like Zen or Nas is insane. That level of expectation. Everyone's, yeah. He does come off as a super fun and funny guy. Tempo, not really my place to talk, but I've been hearing about stuff like this for a while, especially from when he was on KDC/Gentlemensch, as obviously I speak with him daily now. Seeing people talking about Redosin teams having great vibes always rubs me the wrong way a bit, especially after hearing rumors about him saying things to his teammates even worse than what is mentioned in this post on teams before. Whoa. For what it's worth, watching the team play on Sunday, I kept on thinking that K-Dop Corp looked subdued. It looked like they were going through the motions. Obviously, the idea of trying to draw conclusions about them social dynamics based on their gameplay isn't going to be very useful, but their gameplay definitely came off as the gameplay of a team that wasn't clicking. I'm not trying to say Rado wasn't an asshole, but I think the language barrier played a huge role here. His English is probably pretty bad, so it's not surprising he couldn't give constructive criticism the way Joyo as a native speaker. Nevertheless, this isn't an excuse. Sounds like his teammates who can speak French said the same thing. Interesting. Drama. Don't skip John's take. Wait, John's take was like link the thing, right? What do you mean? John's take is a very moderator take. Like, make sure you link to the VOD. While I see you link the stream, can you please link the VOD if it's not up already? Some Twitch clips in the interim, just for transparency's sake. This is just super. What this isn't a take. This is a moderator being like, please back up everything you're saying with the verifiable data clips. Like, it's not really a take though. It's not like something we have to read. I skipped it for a reason. It's good moderating, if that's what you're wondering. Amazing take from John. Honestly, I agree. W take. I mean, he's right. Like, you should back it up, but it's not interesting. Fear, what the heck, dude? Your toxicity is spreading. What? That added much to the discussion. We had already seen that. He had already edited and put the VOD link in. We could say W John AK always, because you're the reason why the VOD link got put in. Rocket League drama is like, oh, he was mean, but I still like him. Does this have an effect on LeBron's legacy? We need O'Khaled back. Drama over pixels. Does being bald make one toxic? Am I toxic? 2 dramas, 1 stream? Chat, can we get another drama in here? Anybody got some drama to drop? I think we're probably gonna not wrap it up. One last game? Maybe? So many matches? Is today the day Fear addresses the allegations? Chat, who's gonna drop the 14 subs so that after this match we play marbles? We might have a 4th match on the day. All right, this guy has been very adamant on getting into a game, so I kind of am excited about getting him in. It's actually drama. You know the reason why we need to have him on is because there's actually drama related to this player as well. Should I give him the opportunity to explain the drama before we get started? Or should we just speculate wildly? Drama Mondays? Dude, Drama Mondays on a Tuesday. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Let's do a little Vadi versus Hassam. Guys, you have to go sleep. Just wanted to quickly seize the opportunity to give something back to chat and Fear. Yo, thank you. I am not hungry. Appreciate you, gamer. W contribution to today's stream. Is Mike cutting out for anyone else? Chat, have you guys had that experience at all? Or is that just this YouTube chatter, Will Hawk? Or maybe he's referring to when I mute myself intentionally. I've been muting myself when I like blow my nose. Did you want to hear that? Is that what YouTube chatters are about? Were you hoping you could get to hear my nose getting blown? Don't lie. Okay, gamers ready to play? Do you need a good EU server? Let me just ask this question. Or can we take the first one? I don't know. I had some communication issues with Hassam previously, which make me not want to talk about the potential drama right now. It just feels like that doesn't need a language barrier holding us back. 1 second. Okay, we're gonna watch some ads. Ready to start in 1.5 mins. Chat, my it was coming up from the throat, so I headed to a sink to be like, you know what I mean. Vadi did not score too many bangers in his last one, but it's because he went up against Warden, who was cooking. So we'll see what he does today. You don't swallow? Some kid told me, and I don't think this is right, once upon a time, that if you like cough up phlegm and swallow it, then you're not getting rid of it. Well, so I'm sure it's going from your lungs back into your stomach or something, but but I took that to freaking heart, and I never swallow it now. Always spit it out. Fear turned into Trainwreck now, going for a little sniff every 30 minutes. Is that what he does? Chat, let's go! You got that one raw, unfiltered. Never say I'm not a hero for going live today instead of just skipping it. I did 4 matches on a day in which this is going on. Clearly I'm a hero. Vadi, you joined, or Hassam, you joined the wrong team. Ah, nice. There we go. Chat, we go! It's Portugal's Vadi versus Iraq's Hussam. We have not seen an Iraqi player play on this stream since the likes of next-gen winner Ahmad, A7MD, who has all your favorite highlight videos on YouTube and is a top ones player and next-gen winner. Hussam, gonna be the second Iraqi player to play on stream, and he will be representing 1/3 of the Iraqi team for the Esports Nations Cup, I believe it is. I think that's the one that Iraq can play in. I don't think they're in the FIFA E1. Now, there was some drama. We talked about drama today. It's been Drama Tuesday for some reason, as Vadi, air jump reset blocked. Hussam, as when he was representing Iraq, I remember Ahmad, the player who we've seen play from Iraq before, tweeting out that he was not a fan of how the team was selected, and that, you know, Ahmad is not on it. He said that it was essentially just picked a, you know, random set, maybe like a friends type situation, or, you know, whoever was in control picked their 3 buddies. I don't know how it works, but he seemed to be upset that the team was going to be lower quality than it could be and was not going to include him. Now Hussam, one of those players, has gotten top 100 in the 1v1 leaderboard. Says he wants to play a show match, and he's here to prove just how good he is. So if you ask me, it's part of the Drama Tuesday. Vadi, though, is a player who made top 16 and was able to take down, apparently, Jack, his probably most famous match, in a 3-0 sweep. And he did so pogoing and mustying his way into the top 10 of each day he played in, it felt like. Top 10 plays, that is. And so now we shall see if he can continue that. We've only seen him in 1 show match on my stream. He actually played against Warden, and that was the beginning of Warden's pop-off. So Vadi wasn't able to get as many clips as you'd maybe see from him normally. But here he is, showing you just how much he could play. Double reset shots. Last touch, crossbar down and in. And it's a 2-0 lead. Is Hussam the clips guy? I don't know if Hussam has clips, guys. Here's the thing. I don't use TikTok. I don't check out YouTube, or I don't even know if the highlight reel people go to YouTube Shorts. They're probably doing like Instagram and TikTok. I don't see them. You know, if that's where like people are posting insane highlights, I'm not catching those. So you have to tell me. They will show up and you'll be like, oh, that guy, he's got insane, you know, montage or he hits clips on this social. I wouldn't know. Wait, but Iraq qualified for ENC with Ahmad's team? Oh, is that true? Wait, did it change? Wait a second. Did the attention that Ahmad tried to bring to the problem lead to them actually doing a qualifier or something and Ahmad's team winning? Or am I thinking of different... Dude, there's so many tournaments. It's not my fault. The fact that FIFA E, World Cup, and E Sports Nations Cup, which are so similar, exist. Ceiling pinch from Vadi. He's going to catch Sam out of position. The big thing, though, is that Hussam is his own player. Recently creeping into the top 100, low top 100. It's interesting to see Iraqi players for me because we never get to see them at any other time. That's why, if you ask me, it's worth checking them out. Body gets a ceiling reset, backflips this in. They are not allowed to play in the RLCS from Iraq. You can be an Iraqi native. You can go somewhere else, I think, and play in the RLCS. We've seen the Iraqi team that Ahmad plays with doing that. They go to Jordan, I think is what he said, to play some RLCS quals in MENA. But otherwise, we mostly don't see them. Nah, they banned Hussam and took his spot. Okay, so Hussam had a spot and he got banned. But is this Ahmad, is this the A7MD? Or is this a fan account of the Iraqi Ahmad? I assume it was a fan account. Your name is A7MD. You also play Rocket League, but you're not the next gen winner who's played on my channel before. Hussam ground passing to himself with multiple resets. I say A7MD, by the way. You'll normally not hear me say the 7. The only reason why I say it is because Saudi Ahmad exists. So if you just, as a very, strong, well-known 1v1 player, so if you just say Ahmad, people will assume of the ex-Sandrock Gaming Falcons player, Ahmad. So when I say A7MD, I'm specifically referring to the Iraqi Ahmad, but it sounds like you're neither of those. You're another A7MD who just happens to play. But I know the Iraqi team Ahmad snitched on Hussam, even though he did the same mistake and he made Hussam get banned. There's so much drama today. Meanwhile, Body hitting multiple resets on the stream. There's one. There's two. There's the pre-foot flick. See, forget about the drama. It's Drama Tuesday, everybody. Body's just about ball. He doesn't care about drama. Double reset. Wave dash bump. Hussam not able to get much going against Vadi, who I believe is probably rated in the 60-ish range. So technically only honestly, the MMR kind of tails off where you can jump up a lot of ranks with just a few wins in the lower ranks. So they're probably not terribly far from each other ranked-wise, but I would say that Vadi's RLCS 1's performance is of higher value and more importance to his level than his 1's rank. And that is very indicative of a strong 1's player. He's going to take game number 1, 7-1. And we'll see if Hussam can get something going in his second game. Most pros are between 14 and 39 years old. It's true. It is very, very true. Yeah, there was a lot of drama. They got banned 12 hours before the ENC. Sam was here in a second. I can restart it. Just let it. Can you share a tweet link I found? Sharing a link will get me timed out. But this is related to the Iraq ENC drama. Yeah, go for it. I will, I solemnly swear to untime you out after you share the link. Lean back reset from body. Pogo too high. I was joking. He's going to have to eat the timeout. No, you don't get timed out for the first one. I think you just get your message deleted, so it's not a big deal. Body. Resetting all the way down the field. We've got an update on the Iraqi drama for Drama Tuesdays. Okay, so if Vadi hits a quad reset, just know I was reading the drama. Okay, Hussam has responded to this already without reading the brick paragraph saying, we're not asking for special treatment, we're asking for a fair and transparent review. Okay. Official statement on Drama Tuesday. This is from presumably, I think, one of the members of the Iraq team. We strongly condemn the decision made by NC to disqualify our team less than 24 hours before the tournament based on an alleged account suspension that was later officially confirmed to be the result of a technical issue on StartGG. Okay, StartGG is known to be a bit scammy, if you ask me. Assam, nice catch and flick, by the way. Had to turn back and see if he got that goal. Not any wrongdoing on our part, despite direct confirmation from StartGG's CEO. Wow, you got the CEO to respond? That the issue originated from the platform itself. ENC chose to uphold its decision without providing us with a fair opportunity to address or resolve the matter. Okay. That does sound lame to get like DQ'd by a StartGG issue. Even more concerning is the fact that documented violations involving other participants, including abusive behavior, hate speech, sectarian insults, I don't know what that word means, to be honest, fair play violations, and participations in RLCS while falsely claiming residency in another country despite competing from Iraq. Oh my goodness, drama! Were seemingly ignored without any disciplinary action. Rules and regulations cannot be enforced selectively. Fair competition requires equal treatment for every team and every player without exceptions or double standards. Every statement made in this release is supported by documented evidence and official communications. We remain fully committed to defending our rights and pursuing transparency, accountability, and equal enforcement of the rules. Integrity cannot exist where rules are applied selectively. Justice is not optional. It must be applied equally to everyone. Oh my goodness, drama. Drama. Can I speak candidly? The first thing, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get involved in the drama. No, I don't want to get involved. Get me out of the drama. Ooh, nice save. You should wait till after the show match. No, it sounds we're hearing that side of the story. Ahmad, we got Ahmad's side was that they basically just selected them or something for free without a qualifier, and he wanted to be a qualifier or something like that, but then instead it looks like he got him DQ'd instead of there being a qualifier. I don't know, dude. I got lost. I didn't stick up with the drama enough. But Sam's gonna score. What do you think about the Torsauce drama? I did hear about the Torsauce Wikipedia drama. Let me ask this. If you lived in Iraq and you wanted to play in the RLCS and you just played in the RLCS from Iraq, when do they find out? Do they care? Like if you make main event or something, like they're gonna go back and check where you connected from? I don't know, I've been confused about that in general, to be honest, but so I'm gonna send this one too high. These guys are trying to claim they know for sure they did not go to Jordan to play it. Just drama, dude. Just insane drama. It's too much for me. I'm realizing I'm not a drama, streamer. This is too much drama for me on Drama Tuesday. I think I'm gonna get back into this match here instead because Hussam has turned around what was a rough start 2-2 game number 1. I think he got Braziled. Now he's got a 2-2 game. And he's been playing quite well. Chain dashing his way to the back wall. He's not going to be able to get back to this one. This is going to be a free one for Body. Why can Iraq not play? I don't know, to be honest. When did Zakisbek become mod? Did the head moderator make him a mod? Did I make him a mod? Body up 3-2 with 38 seconds. Challenged in the air, but had a couple tough challenges from Assam. He's not been able to get everything going. Body gonna make it 4-2. You saw some of the proof, and Ahmad's teammate Rainier sent a voice message to a Saudi pro, and in that voice message he was saying that he will get on an alt account and use the spoofer to change his region. So I'm shocked that he hasn't been banned yet, dude. So much drama, bro. Nice musty flick from Vadi to secure this game. Hassam kept it close. That's a great flick. This is why we got Vadi back on. I hate to lessen Vadi's nice clips here and great gameplay in this ones match with talk of the drama. Can we get Radosins versus Raziers? Oh my goodness, only on Drama Tuesday. Only on Drama Tuesday. Body Pogo. Nice. Pogo backflip. It's not really fair for Radosin, as Raziers is a ones grinder. Radosin really isn't. Although he plays pretty well in ones. I've had him on before. Saw him getting multiple resets. Sam's gonna need more offense. I think 1 goal in the first game, 2 goals. Oh my goodness, make it 3 because Body just hit an insane own goal. Body picks up the 100. Bang, bang, dude. Look at that tight angle on 0 seconds. Rado is a top 100 ones player. Has he kept his rank up? Radosin versus Raziers. I don't think I have time for another one, no matter what. So we have to wait till next Drama Tuesday. Not that they would want to play it anyways. Game number 3. Body and Hassam. That's a shame. Zen and Daniel said they could play, but only today. Tough. Tough, dude. Anybody watch the videos of Daniel? Ooh, Body, little ground. Double? To get a first goal? Anybody watch Daniel cook beast mode and pig? And then also Daniel cook everybody in penalty shots? Where are they at? Is NRG like boot camping or something right now? Why am I seeing this content recently? Body to the ceiling. Hassam trying to challenge early. Body seems comfortable. Hassam is going to get this counter. Should be getting this goal. It was the NRG content trip. Gotcha. Hassam needs to try to put together some offense. We haven't really seen from him so far. Body off the ceiling. Hassam fakes. Late flip. Not bad. Body gonna make the save. Fake challenge. Hassam ultimately gonna head back. Hassam now. Diaz challenge, no reset. Actually scammed reset. Felt like it was pretty close. Ooh, gave the ball to Body. I feel like he had the angle covered though. He's done a really good job holding this possession. Nice flick from Hassam. 2 goals. Hassam already matched him what he had in the previous game. Body resets. Didn't get that final reset, but maybe convinced Hassam that he did. Threatening the reset. Musty. Hassam falls for it and pre-jumps. Body double reset, triple resets. Hassam waits on the ground for it. Gets the save. And doesn't even let the ball hit the ground as he sets up the flick. Body undercutting Hassam to get a third. Hassam gonna have to put up a decent amount of goals per game. He allowed 7 and then 5. He's on pace though. Putting up a winning performance. Nice dunk on the sidewall. Hassam gonna get 4th. Body lean back resets. Challenged by Hassam. Hassam, oh my goodness, is he gonna try and shoot this? Wow, that was ridiculous. Body's gonna make the save though. He needed to give up on it. He got fairly close, but at the end of the day, it was clear he was not gonna get it. And then once he was on 0 boost, he needed to not take that final shot. His Body has that save, that clear. It's 4-4. Chip shots. Controlled into the corner. Body popping this one up high. Hassam resets. Nothing comes of it. 2 minutes left to go. Body could end the series in a sweep. Dude, we've seen some scammed resets today. Those feel like they've been getting really close. Body empty jump as he tornado spins through. 50 down. Hassam chain dashing his way to catch back up. Body, ooh, a little camera check to see where he's at. And then flicks over the top to make it 5-4. Hassam needs a goal. Needs to try and bring this back. Tries to delay it. Tried to pre-flip into a second reset on that dribble. Was going to need that reset in order to score. Body evades demo. He actually pops himself off the top of Body's car to the back wall, slamming it into the ceiling so it goes down to the ground in order to play around Body's pre-jump, but then put it right back into the ceiling. Hassam needs to get possession here. 30 seconds. Ooh, not the best touch from Body. Interesting decision to go for bump. Now he puts it on the sidewall. Body has 100. Ceiling challenge, reset, dunked away. Probably Hassam's last chance to make something out of this game or out of this series. His Body on ball now with boost. 49 left over. Hassam's going to get undercut. Vadi should be able to take this to the corner. Ooh, Hassam, wait, one last chance. Wait a second. Oh, my goodness. How did this happen? Vadi does not quite take it into the corner with him and leaves it in a sweet spot for Hassam to score. Now it's overtime in game number 3. Front flip kick out from Hassam. He's been watching his Mina 1v1 Grand Final tape. You watched Nupo and TRK never do anything but front flip on that deep kickoff. Boost steal from Vadi. Pads for Hassam as he goes to ceiling height. Challenge as well. Reset for Vadi, though, allows him to wave dash and recover just a little bit faster. Into his back corner. Challenge by Hassam, straight in the net. Oh my goodness, Hassam has just yoinked away this game. This series was over. And Hassam says, nope. I'll take this one as we're headed to game number 4. Sorry, clearing my situation. TMS, you're an Italian, like, RLCS player, yeah? Do you play ones? Since when was Zach is back a mod? I'd go check the mod logs. I swear that was done by the head mod. Game number 4. Hassam got on the board after struggling to start. Only 4 goals in the first 2 games. He then got 6 in order to win in game 3. Hassam going to go bump to make it 1-0. Listen, if the head mod gave it to him, the head mod is the head mod for a reason. There's nothing for me to do about that. Vadi did not get a reset. Can he just pretend like he did for the rest of the dribble? So I'm going to steal the ball away, take it to the other side. Nice save on this air dribble. Dies for it, though. And Vadi's going to be able to get it first. So I'm going to fake kickoff. Ooh, I was going to say doing a good job of maintaining possession here. Thought he was going to get a boost steal, though. Vadi trying to launch a flick to punish a late recovery. You see Hassam using that boost immediately after getting the save, pushing himself away from landing inside the net to make sure he gets onto the back wall. Hassam thought about the ceiling challenge, ultimately decides to go back down. Vadi can air dribble. Getting multiple resets. Last touch is over the top. Needs a follow-up. Gets it. This could be a mistake here to push this ball to the back wall, knowing it's not going to be on target if you can't get up and get the follow-up, but that's what he does. Ooh, Hassam, look at the pre-flip. Almost able to score on the dish off the wall. Beatty now able to deny a flick. Hassam to the sidewall. So I'm going to try and chase down, see if he can stop Beatty. Ooh, Beatty maybe was threatening a full field redirect that got Hussam to back off and pretend like that might happen and prepare for it. Just enough to give him a little bit of space. Body reset past him. 3-2. Hassam on the air dribble. Brings to the center of the field. Fell so far away from the ball. It's going to really impress me if he found a way to score off that. Body was hoping to get a touch on the ball, I think, without jumping. But when he didn't, he had to cycle back around. Hassam, air dribble cringe. Why not? Yeah, it seemed... Oh, Vadi got around it. I completely agree. When a defender positions like Vadi did, you feel like you have no choice but to just go for an air dribble bump, but he was able to get around it. Ooh, oh my goodness. Vadi slamming it into the crossbar, dropping a what a save. 1 second, chat. I'm going to be right back. Was it sick? Wait, chat, was it sick? Everyone's spamming O and W reaction. But I feel like it could be a bit. I feel like it could be a chat bit that they made to try and get me to think something insane happened. Nicola, thank you for the raid. I missed a good one, you say. I'm banning everyone who said, oh, if the shot wasn't good. Body double reset, got a third actually off of the 50. 4-4 game. I had to step away to answer the door. But I'm back now, and Vadi could be winning the show match. Oh my goodness, how many resets did he get there? Hassam. Not able to get anything out of that air dribble. Vadi, full feet air dribble for the series. Ooh, tried to cut it away. Almost got it clean. Is he going to get a last second roll? No. Vadi. Big kickoff win. Gonna steal corner boost. Swing back around. Cannot 50. Should be okay though. Hassam no boost means he can't really shoot quickly. Although he's in a tough spot now because he let himself get air dribble cringe. So we're going to game 5. We are going to game 5. And I am gonna go check That goal better be sick. No, and I can't check it right now. That goal better be sick. You better be sick. I am. Yeah, Swarls. You'll get it soon if you don't have it yet. Game number 5, Vadi and Hassam. It turns out a perfect matchup. Hassam needed to get going here a little bit. He has maybe, you know, more pressure coming into the match, a little bit lower rated. Maybe hasn't played in as many situations before. Vadi played on the Rocket League Esports mainstream for RLCS 1s. I'm not sure it's going to get much more tense than that. This has to feel like a walk in the park, just playing a random show match. Maybe Hassam needed a second to get going, but he's found his stride here and is trying to execute a reverse sweep against Vadi. Hassam double is in. It's hit Dr. Swarls. 1 sec. I think I need to maybe go check it again. I saw this one. No pretending it was insane. Looked like an open net. Hassam 3-0 lead now as Vadi reset down to the ground. Wave Dash rolls in for a first. Hey, that top 100 player named Myth just sent me a friend request. Anybody know who Myth is? Does he play on 7 different accounts? Is there any drama related to his accounts and himself? Vadi doubling this one in. Any planned show matches tomorrow? Not yet. Vadi, nice switch up, pinch, or really just a 50. Pinches out, not into the net though. So I'm just walking it in. Everyone holding their breath to see what the end result of this is. His body just sits shadowed on the back wall. Is Hassam gonna steal this series? No pickup from Vadi, and there's the frustration camera toggling as he is letting it slip away. Power shots, Vadi. Saves it. Ooh, nice flick. Hassam gets just enough on it though to save it away. Vadi, ooh, nice reset. Seemed like he's maybe gonna ground pinch. Then Hassam moved in close and he decided to use reset to go over. But it cost him his life, so no goal. Hassam reads the early challenge. Can he recover back to this one? Pre-flip. Good try. Boost respawn. Will we see a DS challenge? He's able to pick up all the boosts on this side, so Vadi has to go get his boost somewhere else if he wants some. Ceiling reset, air dribble, one last one, a little bit too late. Vadi should have a counter. Power shot is on target, and it's 3-3. Demo as Hassam turns back around on the play. Air roll shot. Sent by Vadi into the top right. Just enough heat. Adding to drama Tuesdays. By the way, Hassam got banned from ENC because he is a boosted and account sharing and replaced the Iraqi roster. Not if you ask the tweet from them on their Twitter. Drama! Hassam. Reset wave dash. Goes low. Listen, I feel like all I need to know is I know how good Vadi is. He competed in RLCS 1s in EU. He played great. Hassam is giving him a great series. So if he got boosted, maybe he boosts other people. There's a select few people who are probably better than him. Vadi, reset bump. Love the musty bump. Maybe it was Zen on his accounts. Is this the Yusuf that plays with Ahmad on the Iraqi team that will play at ENC? How can you know he's playing? Who's playing then? I've run like 4 show matches today and nobody has played on the account they're playing on. Why can't I just see the players that Ahmad is playing now? I don't understand. Why can't people just play on their regular accounts? Body, nice 50. Just created a wall, guided it to the side wall. The same guys who boosted him and got him banned. If you can boost in the top 100, you're super good. We know the person who boosts him. Like, that's a name you recognize if he's getting boosted. Who is it? Do we know? More drama. We thought the drama was over. Oh my goodness, Body. It's a signature shot. Off the ceiling. Carries this over the top. Pinches and doubles it in. 6-6 with 57 seconds left. Zen playing on Hassam's account. Body. Air dribble uses the resets. Hassam, like I said, watched his film of the MENA Grand Final. Doing the front flip kickoff. Body. Cannot get the reset off the back wall. But can he secure the series and prevent the reverse sweep? Body slightly canceling the musty. One of the demo didn't get it. Now switching to the opposite side wall. Reset it around ceiling heights. Needs offense. If we're going to get a Cinema OT game, 5 power shots. Body, what a great save. Hassam backs away. And, oh wait, can he get under this? Ooh, Vadi did a good job to send it to the ground. This game was almost over in 3. Instead, it's over in 5. GG's. Vadi's out of here. GG's. Nice win for Vadi against... Do you think Vadi is playing tryhard with him, or it's just a script between them? Are you... You want to say that Vadi is in on it? They didn't even know they were going to play until like seconds before I asked them both. You think in the 30 seconds, like they like set it up? Dude, I'm getting played like a mastermind. Like an absolute mastermind if Vadi and Hassam just set up this game. All of Rocket League is an inside job. I think that this is just... You don't know the real story behind this player? I guess not, dude. But everybody's eligible to play on Drama Tuesdays. Here, 1 second, chat. Let me make sure that I don't need to check in with whoever might have just been at the door. Dude, The drama's crazy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this Drama Tuesday, where we just have only fake people who don't play. Hassam is like clearly pretty good, but just struggle, but cheats in the tournaments though. But which tournaments are they? But they're all cheated. But also he cheated in Start GG, but then if you ask him, it's a Start GG random issue and it's not cheating. And also Aban is not Aban, he's Rada, but they played against each other and they both played kind of fine. They played a little freestyle-y at worst, but it's just too much. Mythic, did you just add me? Your top 65, how do we get to play in these? Are you this guy? Are you this myth? Who is from Bahrain? I have one question for you. Who played on your account? Is it you? DM Yusuf to get the full evidence. Feel free to send me the evidence. We can go back over Drama Tuesdays when we go live next. OMG bald. Fear put a hat on. Okay. Chill, dude. Chill. Maybe I just like exposure therapy you guys until people can finally not say bald in the chat. Chat, I think we're done today. Yeah, unless we get 14 gifteds right here, right now, as a part of Drama Tuesday. But who paid for them, dude? But who paid for them? That's the real question. Yes, me, I can play one of these in the future. Okay, Mythic, I'll talk to you. Keep grinding up even higher and higher. Higher you grind. It's basically like a priority order almost. Warden's number 5, dude. We're going to get Warden another match. Hopefully y'all enjoyed Drama Tuesdays. Be sure to follow the stream so that when the next Drama Tuesday comes around, you can make sure you don't miss. Later, guys. Bye. Been a good one. See you later. Maybe we'll do our Mario bit thing tomorrow. Just don't feel so good. What? Why is YouTube chatters now saying where I live? What? I think I'm gonna time you out. OMG bald, Fear put a hat on. You live in Arizona, be careful. What? I've been pretty open about that, but why does that sound threatening? Anyways, goodbye.